Let's see, the umpire's about to get us underway for the first quarter. And I'll give it to Prowse, who knocked it down. D'Angelo, a little kick off the ground on that occasion, was from Snyder. Got to half forward. Hit over the footballer's Reuters. Quick handballs D'Angelo. He sweeps it out wide. Here's McMahon. Right foot low kick to Eddie. Spoil from behind was good from Rennitz. Comes to ground level. McMahon, little quick kick. D'Angelo's kick was smothered. Moe got some numbers. Danaher handballed back. High kick around the body from Sepp. He's going to miss the field of play. And it's going to go out of bounds on the full with Snyder taking the free kick. So actually goes back a little bit further to Hayden Hector, who puts it into the shallow pocket. Lopez is the target. Couldn't mark it. Danaher was there. Goes close to the boundary. Over. And Boxer...
Yeah, big Scud.
Lopez playing forward today. He's been playing a little bit back.
Yeah, he's playing forward. Big Jacobson's playing out of the goal square. Kilty's picked him up as well. And Rennitz, as we were alluded to, has gone to Brett Eddy.
Ball comes back in. Howe gets the tap down there. Ends up with Danaher. He's wrapped up straight away. Able to get the handball out to Barron. He got the kick forward here out to the far wing, and the ball sees it over there for a boundary throw in Moe's side of the centre there.
Big Dan McKenna's picking up one of the Prowse boys. Let me just work out which one it is. It's Nick. So, hey, come from a good sort there. Nick.
Yeah.
I like that. He's got 3 votes already. I get in.
So the ball will come back into the field of play. Front spot there was Prowse. Tapped it down. Trying to run on this one is Collison. Taps it out to the runner. Pepper just slipped over. Quick handball comes to Howe, who kicks around his body to half forward. Lopez in the front spot. Drops the mark that he should have taken. Coming the other direction, though, is Maslin. Squares it out wide, and Van Dyke can mark in front of his eyes, right in front of his own coaching box. Inside 45 kick is neat to Danaher. He can play on. There's no one on the mark. Ambitious kick inboard is beautiful, and it finds Brock Smith right in the middle of Ted Sumner reserve. Goes inside forward 50. Long Barand lead. Dives down low. Takes the mark, Matthew Barand. That's what you want from a key forward box.
That's the real quick kick in, and he led very well. One thing I'm a bit worried about with his kicking, I was watching him pre-game, and I'll tell you what, he kicked a few out in the full. So what he's going to do now is he's going to go back and relax and kick through the footy. Just aim for that goal umpire, just straight over his head.
Breeze coming from his right to left. Might need to start it to the right goal post. And he does just that. Does the Breeze bring it back? It's coming. Doesn't quite get there in the end. Last line of defence, and Hourigan said, that's okay. I'll rush things over for a minor score. It's 1 point on the Virtue Home scoreboard.
Hourigan brings the ball back in, and his kick goes 35, and Membry takes the mark. Still in there, back 50. Looks to come grandstand side. Great lead there by Reuters, and he hits him just outside the half-back flank. Reuters comes down the grandstand wing to a one-on-one contest, lands in the middle of no one. Unable to get the ball there was to Harvey Howe, but it ends up back in the hands of Reuters. Reuters will look to reload. Not a lot of movement up ahead for him, but he comes big Maxi Jacobson out of the goal square. He was able to make contest.
Free kick.
Then gets the high tackle there, and free kick going to Moe there, and it'll be Tyson Biffin who will take the free kick. Looking to switch the play to go back in towards the middle. Comes in on the 45 to a one-on-one contest, and there's that man, Ty Hourigan, as you said, Boxer would be one of the key players for Traralgon today. Hourigan gets the free kick. He brings the ball back outside the grandstand side to Leprez, who's got 5 metres of himself. He turns, delivers the ball forward. And there's Jacobson on a one-on-one contest with Kilty. He wasn't able to get it. Picked up there, though, was Connor Ambler. He puts a dribble kick in and misses everything, and we'll have a boundary throw in just the right forward pocket for the Traralgon Maroons.
Just a little bit of pace there from Traralgon. It's just sort of unsettled Moe a little bit too, because they seem a little bit flat-footed. That ball coming inside 50, Ambler just ambled up to it, if you don't mind the pun. But he did it pretty easily.
Virtue Home scoreboard, only the one score so far. Moe, you lead it by a point, but it's inside Traralgon's forward 50 at the moment. Canbar here at Ted Sumner Reserve, absolutely packed again.
Packed.
Prowse in the front spot, tapped it down. Traralgon tried to win this one. Quick handball out from Danaher, and they've pinged him for a throw, and the free kick will go to the Maroons, or the umpire says, no, okay, well, they want to ball it up. Well, I thought the footy come out. Anyway, Jacobson tapped it down. Blazer was there. Strong tackle from Neocleus. Causes the ball to come out to Reuters. Handballs to a dangerous spot. Dylan Lopez steps around a would-be tackler, and he gets the first goal of the afternoon for the Maroons. They are on the board.
A little bit of an error there from the Moe coach too, Declan Kelty. He found himself on Lopez and then chose to attack the ball, leaving Lopez on his own for an easy little chip goal.
And on the Virtue Home scoreboard, we've got Traralgon 1 goal straight, 6 points. To Moe 1 behind, 1 point.
Yeah, good little work there by Deal. I thought he held on to it just for a fraction long. The Moe defenders were closing, weren't they?
Looked like he was just going to get tackled down from behind, but he's gone forward, and it might be a big move there from Coach Best to switch him from the defence up into the forward line. So ball back into the middle, and the two ruckmen will go at it again. With Harvey Howe going early. Prowse gets the tap down, ends up in the hands of Coxedge. He delivers a ball straight inside 50. Little dropped the mark that he should have taken, goes back for a second effort, was able to get his hands on it. Jacob Wood with a snap round his left shoulder. That ball has gone this side of the behind post, and we'll have a boundary throw in. So quick kick out of the middle, all important. And Moe are attacking again. Just 5 minutes 45 here into this first quarter. And we've got the Maroons leading 1 goal 6 to Moe 1 behind.
Virtue Home scoreboard this afternoon. Front spot, Howe tapped it straight down. Midfielders there for Maroons couldn't get it. There'll be a free kick though, and it will go in the way of, is it D'Angelo? It is. In his back pocket. Comes out wide. Lopez again the target. Spoiled by Brock Smith. At the back it gets to Tommy Long. Little don't argue. Handball inboard 1-2 from Danaher back to Long. Long comes off the side of the boot. Tate Marsh had just had to get a half volley. Couldn't do it. Great pick up by Sim. Handballs backwards to a teammate there in Pratt. His kick goes to the top of the 50. There's Jacob Wood ducking under a tackler. And now set sail for the top of the square. Prowse in the front spot. Shoved out the way. Play onto the umpire. Danaher twisting, turning. Pepper towards the boundary line. Looking for the Zambrero goal at a contender. But he's wrapped up in a strong tackle from Little. And the umpire said, let's play it on. Handball over the top, nicely done for the Maroons. Snyder goes inboard. This time to the run. This is Halliburton. Right foot kick close to the boundary line. Does it stay in? No. It actually lands in the Maroons runner, who takes the mark. So the free kick will go to Tyson Biffin as the Maroons lead it by 5 points. Biffin has it on the wing. He goes backwards to Renitz on his half-back flank. He's got Blazer on the wing on his own if he wants to go to him short. And the veteran in Collison closes that gap. So Renitz decides to kick high down the wing. Prowse and Howe. No one can get near it except for Lopez. Got a handle on it. Balfour couldn't keep it in the field of play, and we'll get a boundary throw in.
Traralgon's been really good at, Scott, is they've just held him up. They've actually able to slow him up each time the Moe pick the ball up in a stoppy situation. They've actually squeezed him and really slowed the game down for him.
Ball comes back in. Prowse takes front position, and he gets the tap down. It's up with Dana, who couldn't get the handball out. Ball is wrapped up straight away, and the umpire will come back in, and we'll have a ball up. Two ruckmen will go at it again. Howe front position gets a tap down, well read by Danaher, and he's been free kicks been paid to him for D'Angelo. Quick handball out to Harry Sim. He delivers the ball forward, one-on-one contest. Dana will take the mark there. Barry picked the ball up as it roved it, and the umpire has paid a free kick for throwing the ball.
Would have liked to have seen Harry Sim just carry that ball a little bit further in. I mean, he tried to do the team thing, but he probably had a good chance kicking the goal then.
So Hourigan on the last line. He gets called to play on and just has to kick out wide and high. Howe will have a couple to contend with. It gets over the top of their heads. Running onto this is Seppi. He's a left footer, so he has to come back onto the left, and that's beautifully done. And he finds Jacob Balfour, top of the 50, too far out. He's got one inside. He can go to him. Is it Prowse? It is, and he finds him. And he marks inside 50. It's Luke Mulqueen, sorry. Prowse is in the goal square. So Luke Mulqueen, a good size, good target he was. He's going to chip it over the top. Working forward is Tyson Biffin. So the defender will have a shot directly in front, although looks to be a down-the-ground free kick box.
Yeah, it was Jacob Wood. He was being held in the goal square. Budgie, the umpire, picked that up as the ball was in play. He scored a free kick to Jacob Wood. 15 metres out, directly in front.
Should not miss this and take the lead for the Lions. And Jacob Wood does exactly that. He does not miss, and he puts it through for the first goal for the Lions this afternoon.
Two players have been dangerous for Moe early. Have been Jacob Wood inside their forward 50, but Danaher's had a lot of it early as well, and I've been too frightened to go to the stats man early. I don't want to put him under too much pressure.
We're not doing individual stats today.
No individuals.
Why aren't you?
Because it's hard enough.
I used to do it when I filled in.
So Virtue Hove scoreboard, we've got Moe 1 goal, 7 points. To Traralgon's 1 goal straight, 6 points.
Oh, back to the middle they go. Tim Sexton on TRFM.
Harvey Howe gets over the top against Morrow. Snyder wasn't able to get his kick away. Ball comes out to Neocleus. He puts a dump kick inside 50. One-on-one contest. Eddie in front. Good hands there from Reynolds. He was able to get the hands through. Morrow, he's thrown that.
Yep.
And the umpire's called that there. Neocleus, he's paid advantage. Not sure he should have gone on with that with Neocleus, but that's what he did. Kilty's picked up his...
Holding the footy.
And he's paid for dropping the ball too. Great tackle there, though. That was by Cade Reuters, was able to wrap up the Moe captain. And he'll have a shot on goal from about 35 out on a tough angle.
It's a great tackle there by young Reuters too. Is this the younger? This is the younger one.
It is the younger one. Yes.
Cade, yeah. Yes, Cade, and there's Cohen, I think, isn't there?
Correct, it is.
Yeah. So he's been lively early. So I think he's averaging a goal a game as well. So this will just stick with that average. What's going on? Well, he can't do stats. I might as well give you some insight.
Reuters comes in, and from about 35, he pushes it across the face and through for a minor score.
Wouldn't mind going to the stat sheet there to see if we get Paul Carter to let us know.
Paul Carter.
So Moe 1 goal, 1 7 points to Traralgon, 1 goal, 1 7 points. So scores are level.
Virtue home scoreboard this afternoon. Played on out of full backwards Biffin. Gave a handball to Reynolds, who gave it back to Biffin. Barrels it out towards Pepper, but in the front spot out there, who has been super is Hourigan. Comes back in board, neatly done, finds Louis D'Angelo. He quickly plays on because there's no one on the man of the mark, and he just rushed himself in the end. Nicely done from Brock Smith. So on the Virtue home scoreboard, they're peppering, but it's another minor score. Howie?
So we've got 1 goal, 1 7 to Moe, to Traralgon's 1 goal, 2 8 points, only 1 point in it.
And Virtue Homes are your prestige Gippsland custom builder. You can be inspired at virtuehomes.com.au.
Moe will be looking to bring the ball back in there through Tom Long. Delivers the ball out to the far side. We've got a contest there. Unable to take the mark there was Howe. Comes to the front there with Morrow. He's able to get it through to hands through to Pepper. Out to Brock Smith and delivering the ball out onto the far wing, and the intercept mark is taken there by Ty Hourigan. He comes back in board. Great kick to D'Angelo. Tried for the handball, was knocked down there by Moe player. Pepper was able to get his kick away, delivering the ball forward to a one-on-one contest. Work out there with Dan McKenna for one of his first one-on-one contests. Umpires called play on there with two guys going down onto the ball. Picked up there by Mulqueen. He delivers the handball out towards Ben Danaher on his raking left foot. Ball's coming back on the breeze, and that has gone straight through the middle. And that is one of the contenders for your Zambrero goal of the day.
Bang, 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 bang. There we go. Here we go. All we're missing now is just the Mexican moustache. I might grow that. I'll put a little bit of a twirl in it. Won't take me long, being from my ethnic background. Hair grows pretty quick on my body. No, that was a great goal. Ben Danaher, he has been on fire so far. It's a pity that we're not doing individual stats, but no, he has been on fire. He's been everywhere, and that was a booming left foot kick from 50.
So we've got Moe up by 5 points on the Virtue home scoreboard.
Back to the middle they go, and in the middle is Morrow. Tapped it down, little kick off the ground there from Jacobson. Missed it though, allowed Seppi to come in. Left foot kick to half forward. Out leading to the front spot there is McKenna, but he allows the quicker, younger player in come, and that is Halliburton. Little chip kick, just the required distance. Marked by McMahon inside the field of play. And he'll just hold things up. Does Jackson McMahon. Looks down the wing. Jacobson might be his target, as it is, with Big Ben Morrow. Morrow's got the strength. Couldn't complete the mark. Jacobson tried to tap it off the ground. Little handball out from Reuters to Tripodi was hot. Jacobson lost it in the handle as well. Brock Smith went and grabbed it. Then got dumped down. And the sling tackle, they didn't like it. Coming in quickly was Van Dyke, I think it was, and then all of a sudden, Connor Ambler just shoved Van Dyke out the way. The umpire says, we'll have none of that. We'll ball it straight up. A good little tap from Jacobson down to Collison, who was wrapped up straight away.
Yeah, Scott, I'll quickly go around the grounds. Thanks to Harvey Norman Furniture, Gippsland in the AFL. It's the Swans it's the Dockers now by just the 1 goal. And North are trailing Port Adelaide by 1 point.
You got a score for us from last night's game, Boxer, Richmond and Geelong?
Did they play last night?
Jacobson gets the tap down there. Pepper with a quick clearance out, but Tommy McMahon's on the wing all by himself, and he takes the relieving mark.
There's no need for that.
Tigers are back. Cats are gone.
It's all tied up. McMahon goes down the wing again to Jacobson and Morrow. McMahon rove that one, and that one's gone out
I'm
of
in
bounds.
shock too. I can't believe he actually brought that up. I might talk to Matt. This is what I was talking to Matt about pre-game as well. So you might need to wear some green or something, Daryl.
More than happy to. Great cause. More than happy to.
It is a great cause.
You're in shock, Boxer. Come on now. You knew it was going to come. You're surprised it's lasted this long. Morrow takes the front spot. He gets the tap down. McMahon will rove this one and deliver the ball inside 50 for Traralgon.
Nope.
But he's kicked it. It's gone inside 50, just out on the full, and we'll have the relieving kick, and Brock Smith will take the kick for the Lions.
Does that actually count as an inside 50? Because technically the boundary line and the 50,
We wouldn't know.
missed all
We wouldn't
those.
know.
Why is that?
Are we taking that stat?
It's going to go on all day, isn't it?
I'm just trying to work out what stat we're going to take
Brock
today.
Smith comes to the grandstand side to a one-on-one contest. Ben Danaher takes the strong mark in there. He's been everywhere, as Box has been saying.
How good has he been this year?
Danaher comes back in board, but Jacobson was able to get a hand in there, but the big man did well. Quick move there from Harry Sim, dumped it on his left foot, ended up with Collison. He wasn't able to take it cleanly. Somehow it's landed back in his hands. Delivers the ball forward to a 2-on-2 contest. There's players going up everywhere, and 4 have gone up, and we've still got 1 that's ended up down, but Moe been able to transfer the ball quickly. It's ended up in the hands there of Van Dijk. Van Dijk delivers the ball forward to Barron, and great kick inside 50, and a strong contested mark by Matt Barron, and he'll go back from 45 out
Brent,
and deliver the ball.
Sorry, Timmy. He's presented very well. When you bring the ball inside 50 like that, sorry there, Scott.
No, I was just going to say Brock Smith still down on all fours back inside that defensive 50 after that big clash.
Barron will come in. He crosses the 50 from directly in front, 45 out.
Ooh.
Pulls the ball to the left, and he's out of bounds on the full.
He's just trying to get a little bit more oomph into his kick, if that makes a little bit of sense.
Skipped on that one, Box.
He did. He just wanted to get a little bit more distance, but no score at all.
Hourigan will bring the ball back out there, and the mark is taken out there on the far wing by Neocleus. He delivers again, and his ball ends up with the hands of Hector. Hector finds Kimber out on the wing. He comes back in. Kimberley. With his nickname, Kimber.
Brock Smith just coming off 2 under 2 trainers, so it doesn't look well at all.
Neocleus heads it forward to a strong contested mark out on the 50 by Brett Eddy in his first contest today. And I think he's going to go back and have his first shot on goal.
Is he a chance from here, Timmy?
Yeah, he is. He's got the distance. It'll just be the accuracy here. He's going to kick from about 55. Raking right foot, comes in, delivers the ball. Distance not a problem, accuracy was, and it's gone through for a minor score.
He pushed that across the face of the goal and still made the distance.
Still made it quite easy as well too, Scud. So that's his first score for the afternoon. Needs to see a bit more from there, Brett, as well.
So on the Virtue Homes scoreboard, the margin sits at 4 points in favour of the Maroons as Van Dijk brings it back into the field of play. Target there was Blazer, and he is able to strength his way out of that one with Connor Little. He took the mark. He's on half-back flank for the Lions. Just got underneath that one. High kick. There'll be a 2-on-1 situation. The 2 is the Maroons, and the big fella in Dan McKenna comes over the top to lend a little bit of support for Mitch Membry. And we've got a boundary throw in right in front of us. 17.5 minutes gone to this first quarter for Virtue Homes. Don't forget your prestige Gippsland custom builder, virtuehomes.com.au. Sees Moe 2-1-13, Traralgon 1-3-9. From the stoppage, Pepper was strong. Underground handball, good. Desepi runs away from the stoppage, kicks to the fat side, and that is as good a kick as you'll see in field play. And it lands on the hand, or on the chest, of Big Ben Morrow, who will go back directly in front and will kick from about 45 metres, Box.
Yeah, he's probably not the ideal person to be put in front of goals, but Benny, make a liar of me now and put this one through.
So directly in front. The Lions are in front, as we said, by 4 points at the moment. Big kick, right foot on its way. It's going to drift, and it drifts away for another minor score.
So currently it's Moe 2 goals. Oh, have they updated the scoreboard? So 2 goals, 1-13 to 1-3-9.
So Membry brings it into the field of play again. Kicks to the near side. Prowse, though, will sit underneath this one, and that's Nick. Takes the uncontested mark, goes backwards to Tyson Biffin. And just repeating the Brock Smith, the defenders, there's a little bit of strife in that contest a little while ago. Might be going through a concussion protocol as we speak. Maslin's kicked nicely to Van Dijk. He's right in the middle of Ted Summit and reserve. He looks up. There's a couple of movement options out wide. One of those is Barand, but he goes over his head to Pepper, trying to get the front spot. Just shoved kind of little out the way. Hourigan did well at ground level for the Maroons. Handball to McKenna. Handball to Tommy Long. McMahon, sorry. Tom Long plays for Moe. They get it outside defensive 50. I knew it was Tom. I just couldn't get the surname out.
I can safely say that Anthony Pavey did not make the team sheet. Right?
Got dropped.
And the score was huge.
All right.
What about
We'll come back to that very shortly.
Free kick from this stoppage as Grady Coxedge takes the free kick. We'll look up. Traralgon gets some
one
on
on the
back.
mark.
There's a little bit of space in front. Prowse will come. Good work. Nicely done on that occasion. Was it Huey Dunbar back there? and he takes the mark in front of the leading forwards.
It's a fantastic effort from a guy his size.
Us little blokes, Boxer, we like to get into the tough contest. Snyder gets the handball out towards Tate Marsh on the grandstand wing. He's got
good body.
Great contest there by Brett Eddy.
How's on?
How's on? Eddie comes back inboard, and it's not the greatest of kicks. D'Angelo had his arms chopped. Umpire didn't call it. Call play on. Neocleus still gets forward to Howe, and he's been paid the contested mark as he slid to ground for the big fella.
Schneider was actually reminding Eddie then that Howe was already on his own inside 50, and Brett apologised for missing that.
Well, here's a moment if I've ever seen one. Andrew Howe, our number 14 stats man in the business with us this afternoon. His son Harvey is about to have a shot on goal.
Pencil it in.
We'll call it. The game's just about to be done. The siren's over. No,
do you want to call it, Howie?
It's not that much clutch. Call the goal, Howie.
It's a goal, mate.
Call it.
He just goes back, nice and easy, drops it onto his boot and misses the goal.
Is it on the full?
He's got a point.
He's just stuck it in.
He got a little bit nervous.
A minor score. Virtue Home Scoreboard, the in-house design team, work with you to design a home that suits your lifestyle.
So we've got Murray 2 goals, 2-14, Traralgon's 1 goal for 10 points.
So both teams' forwards have really haven't been great in front of goals. They're really pushing the ball wide at the moment. So a little bit more has to go into that. They're going to get some score on the board.
Ticked over 21 minutes here as Biffin brings the ball in, and it does go deep to the big one. There he is again. Ty Hourigan comes over the back. It was a 3-on-1 contest which ended up with Traralgon. But Pepper, going back with the flight of the ball, has tapped that one over the boundary line. Directly in front of the can bar here at Ted Summerton Reserve, we've got Moe leading by 4 points.
Box will have some around the ground scores for us at quarter time.
I can tell you, though, quickly, Morwell is up by a goal against Leongatha.
Upset on the cards from this stoppage. Harvey Neocleus taps it, runs, grabs it, handballs over the shoulder. Just in hope in the end. Moe got some good numbers. Bursting out of the back half is Maslin. Kicks to the wing. Hourigan's there. He should mark this one. Oh, he's had a falcon. It's the first time I've ever seen Ty Hourigan drop a mark. He is unbelievable, this fella. And that one just slipped straight through the hands and hit him on the noggin.
And there was a disappointment in his face.
He's still going.
He's not happy with himself. He should have been reloading on that one.
4 point margin favours Moe. 22 minutes gone. First quarter of round 6 of the Alinta Energy Gippsland League. And from the stoppage, Ben Danaher again for Traralgon Mazda's been good. Gets to Jacob Wood. He's got to the little tricks. Left foot kick to a dangerous spot. Membry's got the run on this one. In front of Barand. Barand might have the strength. Membry might have the pace, but only just by an inch. And now Membry grabs it and Barand tackles him and shoves him to the ground. And over it goes for a boundary throw in. Jacob Wood's exciting around goals.
Very, very exciting around goals. He's been dangerous inside 50.
Ball comes back in here at Ted Summerton Reserve. 35 around from the Moe goal. Pressing here. Over the back. No ruckman was able to get their hand on it. Snyder got a quick tap out. Picked up the ball, though. There was Coxedge. Got the handball out. Comes back into Collison. He took it off hands. His handball to McMahon. He wasn't able to control it. Waited for the contest. Good contest there again, though, by the players as they go hard at it. Tate Marsh delivers a ball out there to D'Angelo. He just throws it on the boot out to the far wing. The contest picked up by Leprez. He's gone back in years. Tripodi gave one, went the other way. Delivers the ball forward to a 1-on-2 contest, though. But Eddie, with his class, tried to bring it into left hand. Wasn't able to. He swings back around onto his right boot, looking to go forward. Great kick towards Jackson McMahon. If it sits, it'll be there for him. Doesn't. Grabbed up in a great tackle there by Scott Van Dyke. And we'll have a ball up here, about 5 metres out from the Traralgon goal. Great play by all players in that passage.
Underrated defender is Scott Van Dyke. Really love the way that he goes about his game. Can play tall, can play small, and he did well on that occasion.
Jacobson took it out on the ruck, snapped around on his left foot. Did the big fella, but it went through for a minor score. And Traralgon might be ruining their early kicking here.
So currently we've got Moe 2 goals, 2-14 to Traralgon's 1 goal, 5-11. So there is a 3-point margin.
Geez, we've got some interesting scores in the Gippsland League so far. Morwell 3-2-20, Leongatha 2-2-14. Warragul 3-4-22, Maffra 3-18.
Harvey Norman Furniture Stores right across Gippsland, bringing you those around the ground scores this afternoon. As that kick in from full back, Prowse was the target in Nick, couldn't mark it.
Daryl, how come I wasn't making dreams a reality then?
Yes, you are Nick Lacino for Carpet Country, helping dreams become a reality since 1981. We got a boundary throw in right in front of the Moe coaching staff. I tell you what, one thing that has grown over the years, and that is coaching staffs out on the field. Out the back, Howe got a little fingertip to it, but it got to the back where Belfer had it for the Lions. Kicked it in towards centre half forward. Tom McMahon got it there for Maroons. Got it to Hector. He kicks out wide to McMahon. Stretching, leaping, can't quite get it. Handballs over his shoulder. Just in the field of play was good to Little. Kicks to half forward in hope. 2 Lions nearly come the other direction. Cox Edge, and that time it was Van Dyke. Avoided a collision.
Just.
Another boundary throw in, only just.
Yeah, Scoters.
But you want to see that. You want to see two guys going for the footy.
We've got an exciting game happening down at Druin. It's Druin 1 point, Sale 2 points.
We're 25 minutes into the first quarter here, and it is a good game. It's a 3-point margin in favour of the Lions. D'Angelo's handball was smothered. Goes again. Head over the football was Connor Ambler. Umpire calls play on. He just waited. Ambler wasn't going to get that one out. D'Angelo sat on top of him as well. Win another stoppage. Any key stats for us, Mr. Andrew Vickery?
Well, there are some key stats. And the key stats are the marks inside 50, where Moe's taken 6 marks inside 50, Traralgon's 3.
Very good stat. Thank you, Andrew.
The ball comes out of the contest, ends up with McMahon. Mo were able to get their hand in front of it and knocked the ball over the line right in front of their coach's box.
How do you like those?
Don't overdo it, Howie. Netball scores, it's quarter time, and it's Moe 16, they lead Traralgon 13.
They're
in the A-grade?
In the A-grade netball. Ball comes back in, the 2 ruckmen go at it again. Howe got the tap down, Snyder was in front, unable to get a clearance around it, and the umpire will come in and we'll have another ball up.
Let's talk about coaching staff. So, too, isn't it good to see the Traralgon runner actually doing his job today? So,
very mobile.
Very good replacement, very mobile and tall.
That's your big moment right there for the Moore Bowling Club.
Snyder ducked his head on that one, but wasn't paid a free kick, and there's a bit of push and shove starting to come into the game here as we come close to quarter time. Scud here in the first quarter.
Yeah, don't forget, if you want a pot and Palmer tonight, go to the Moore Bowling Club from 5:30pm, only $20. Again, Prowse handballs forward to Belfer, who gives it to Pepper. Drives it inside forward 50. The big target is Prowse. Couldn't quite get it on that occasion. That was Nick. And we'll have a boundary throw in.
Just the Harry Pepper thing. We saw him when he come on the scene with Moe a little while back. He played deep forward and he kicked goals before he got injured. He seems to be playing a lot higher. I don't know if he's playing out of position or not.
Oh, I don't mind it though. Howe grabbed it out of the ruck, got a ball to boot. And the Oakley starts to come off his toe, and that's out of bounds on the full. Bit unlucky there for the Maroons. I do like it, Boxer. I don't mind him up the ground because he is explosive. A little bit like that Jake Stringer type, or Dustin Martin even.
There's a bit going on here with the umpires, having a bit of a chat.
Well, it clearly come off his boot and went out of bounds on the full, and the free kick should go to Moe, and it's a Van Dyke who has it, and it is. Not sure why the man on the mark can go in the field of play. It's out of bounds on the full. Should have his foot on the line.
Outside 5.
Anyway. Was he? Okay, so he drives it back inside forward 50. Prowse with the target. Here's Pepper from the boundary. Got ran down behind. Belfer tried to run around Howe, and Howe just shoved him out of bounds like he was a rag doll.
Yeah, it's the pressure's inside 50, the defensive 50 for Terrell, and they've been very good this afternoon, just forcing the error. We still have that 3-point lead, but they've been good inside their defensive 50.
From the stoppage, can we get something going for the Lions here? Howe had 2 or 3 goes at it. Out the back was Blazer, kicked around his body, then had to go and get his own footy again. He works hard as always. And a little quick kick from Blazer. Geez, he worked hard to get a shot on goal there. It went through for a minor score, though, but that's what you want to see from one of your veterans.
The evergreen Blazer.
So it's only 4 points to margin now. Moe 2-3-15 to Traralgon 1 goal 5-11.
Hourigan will bring it out at full back. Sends it to the contest where there's 4 or 5 that go up at it. Big Maxie Jacobson came over the top. Snyder was able to get Rovert down. He finds McMahon. Here's Eddie out on the wing, and he's taken away, and he's got the speed on Reynolds. That's 3 bounces. Goes from 50, and it fades away and through for a behind.
Wow.
Brett Eddie turned back the clock.
That had Zambrero written all over it, didn't it?
Absolutely. That was hand the voucher over straight away.
Talk about toasted burrito. They was toasted, the defenders there.
So we've got Moe 2-3-15 to Traralgon 1 goal 6-12.
Wow, still getting over that attempt. That could have been sensational by the big
Gazelle.
It's like Buddy Franklin-esque against the MCG, against Cale Hooker. He just took off, Eddie. He just wasn't able to finish.
So boundary throw in front of the Cam bar, which is bathed in sunshine. I think I can see a little Paddy Spiteri over there. He's standing on a step so he can see.
Little Hasbulla.
3 steps.
Ball back into the field of play. Prowse within the front spot. Tapped it down. Head over there on that occasion was Seppi. Didn't have the football. Umpire said no. Play on. Howe spun around. Squeezed a handball out. Belfer for the Lions couldn't get it. Seppi grabbed it. Got sat on. Then squeezed one out. Little underground handball from Sim. was close to the boundary line. We'll have a boundary throw in. The margin's at 3 points.
I can't even see the Canberra. There's that many people there at the moment. It's just incredible. Great crowd.
It has been great all year, I must say. Crowds are back at local football and netball, and it is great to see. And it is round 6 of the Alinta Energy today on TRFM.
Howe took the front spot, ended up in the hands of Danaher. His raking left foot goes to the contest with McKenna in front, and he takes a strong contested mark and will relieve the Moe pressure.
I'm going to say he's probably had 15 touches, Ben Danaher. There you go.
Oh, so you're going to say Dan McKenna. I was going to say I reckon this might be his first as he delivers the ball along the wing to a big contest, and well worked by Prowse. Got Howe underneath the ball and he takes a strong contested mark. Ticked over 30 minutes here in this first quarter. It's a long quarter considering we've only had 3 goals.
Been a few boundary throw-ins, I suppose, Timmy.
Yeah.
And right on cue, the siren sounds, and it's Moe 2-3-15, leading Terrelgan 1-6-12. We had some exciting moments in the quarter thanks to the Moore Bowling Club, but that's the first quarter all done for Virtue Homes. You're listening to Gippsland Live, and it's all thanks to Harvey Norman Electrical Gippsland. Boxer, keep an eye on that.
Yeah, we'll
as the second quarter is underway. And running onto it out there was Seppi, who had to kick around his body to half-back. Tom McMahon was there for the Maroons, though, to gather it and then just coughed it straight up and gave it straight back to Tommy Long for the Lions. On the wing area, drives it back towards half-forward. Slipping on the ground level there was Big Baran. Membry came in, gave a handball across to Ambler. He kicked out wide towards the teammate in Halliburton. In-ball handball was to McMahon. Then it just bobbled around to Jacobson, who kicked around his body for the Maroons. They get it to half-forward. No one can complete the mark. Low press at ground level. Squeezed a handball nicely done to Neocleus. Inboard now to Reuters. Good handball to Collison. He'll find a target, and it's Eddie. And he hits him as he elevates directly in front. Beautiful play from the Maroons.
Yeah, great set-up play then too, and just that transition footy. It's great to see when you see leading forwards do what they do, and they do it well. Brett Eddie's a beautiful kick at goal, so his real first opportunity inside, a good inside 50 here for the Maroons.
So he comes in directly in front. We'll probably kick it about 40 metres in the end. They do trail the Maroons, and Eddie puts it through the middle. He claps before the umpire even says it's all clear, and he gets the Maroons in front, Box.
Yeah, it was a great goal, and great set-up play then too. And he wound back the clock then too, Collison. He lowered the eyes and hit up Eddie beautifully. It was great transition play there by the Maroons.
So the McDonald's Gippsland scoreboard, we've got Moe 2-3-15, Traralgon now 2-6-18. Traralgon are up by 3 points.
Ball back into the middle here at Ted Summerton Reserve. So umpires bring it back into the middle, and it'll be interesting. Will be the 2 ruckmen will be going out. It'll be Jacobson up against Morrow. Neither of them are second string ruckmans, but they didn't start the game. These 2 guys, they're both quality ruckmen in their own right. So see how they go here as Jacobson looks to get over the top of Morrow, and he does with his left hand. He follows it up with a second one, took out Collison in the meantime with it as well. Unable to get a handball out of anywhere, but Collison was able to follow up again, second and third efforts. He's wrapped up in the tackle, and he's been paid for a sling tackle.
I don't think there was too much in that, to be honest.
Fell to the ground there, though, was Maslin, but he's got the free kick, looks to go back inboard, and he does. And he finds Danaher, who starts the second quarter like he did the first, with plenty of the football. Ends up in the hands there with Long. He does go long, inside forward, 50 out, coming through there is Morrow wasn't able to get their hands on it. Ends up in the hands of Halliburton. He comes back inboard to find Ambler, and Ambler will look to reload there for Terrelgan. His kick over the top does and finds Neocleus. He looks to go quick, and the open player there in Kimberley goes over the top of him and ends up in the hands of Snyder. He's got one inboard. He decides to go longer to a one-on-one contest down there with Howe and Kilty. Kilty was there, but Reuters is at the bottom. Kilty, good second follow-up effort. Gets the handball out to Maslin. Maslin back to Kilty. Kilty then gets the handball over to Van Dyke, and they're able to relieve the pressure. Even for just a small minute, though, as Hurigan, he drops another mark. That's 2 we've seen today. But Makepeace is able to then find Prowse here on the centre wing.
Yeah, Nick's got it for the Lions. Just slows things up a little bit now. Of course, the Lions wearing the mental health awareness jersey in all white with a bit of green and some navy on it as well. Lovely looking jumper as Prowse's kick was turned over by Connor Little, who marked. He went backwards. Teammate back there is McKenna. Steps around the Moe defender as they come. Gives a handball to Little. Little's kick good to Jacobson, who marks on his defensive 50. He looks up. He's got McMahon on. Just going to hang in the air a little bit longer. Van Dyke will fly at the back and try and mark. No free kick. Maslin sold a little bit of candy, then the underground kick towards Prowse. He doesn't want it down at his toes, but in the end finds touch, and a probably good result for the Lions.
Yeah, Scott, I can safely say this. Looks like Murray's got back to 3 on the bench now.
Okay,
so
yep.
There you go. There's 3 at the moment. So it's good news.
It is good news as they trail at the moment by 3 points, the Lions. Ball back in. Morrow tapped it down. His second effort was good. Tried to get it to Cox Edge. He got tackled, but still managed to get boot to ball. Managed to get to the top of the 50. Balfour overran it. Head over the footy there was Danaher and Neocleus, and the umpire quickly says, my ball, let's ball it up.
Scott, question without notice. Jaron Makepeace, is it son of Troy or is it son of Kane?
Yeah, son of Kane,
Yep,
so
okay.
cousin.
Yep.
And, goes about it in a hard way as McMahon has a little bit of pace and space across half back. Kicks it to half forward. Big spoil over the back there was from, on that occasion, Mulqueen. Again, Van Dyke's chiselling kick. Well, Moe Lions had 3 players in the middle of the ground that could have raffled it. Sim, Danaher and Blazer. And Sim won the raffle this afternoon. Takes the mark, squares it up to Grady Cox Edge.
Cox Edge here, grandstand side, just on centre wing. We'll give him that one as he goes in and looks for, ends up there with Balfour. He wasn't able to take the mark. Handballed out, called by the umpire. Quick hams, ends up in the hands of Danaher. He's wrapped up straight away, but was able, good enough to get the handball out. There's 5, 6, 7 players all over the ball here. The umpire comes in and says, I'll have it, and we'll reload again. Ticked over 5 minutes here in this second quarter, and it's the Terrelga Maroons leading the Lions by 3 points on the Virtue home scoreboard. Morrow got the tap down. Ambler got his quick kick away from the contest. Lopez got the hand in from behind. And Neocleus had hold of it, wasn't there. Got the handball out. Ambler busted through, got a handball out, looking for Lopez, wasn't able to get there. Van Dyke, clever, went one way then the other. Tomorrow, he dropped the ball, comes back out. Tripodi's got over the top of it. Absolutely. Someone get rid of it, kick the thing.
Free kick.
Umpire's called a free kick as Ambler was able to get the free kick.
I think Benny Morrow didn't realise that Lewis D'Angelo didn't have the ball.
I'm not sure anyone knew who had the ball in.
And then Pole drived him into the deck.
D'Angelo plays on quickly, delivers a ball inside 50 to the leading Howe. Wasn't able to take the mark there. At his feet, though, Halliburton. He stepped around one, delivers to the top of the square. And there, back Van Dyke taking a strong mark, and will relieve the ball for Moe.
They trail by 3 points to the Lions. Van Dyke's inside kick. It's on the McDonald's scoreboard this afternoon. Nicely done to Danaher. Danaher chips it out to the defensive 50. Marking out there is Pratt for the Lions. Does he look to switch? It's going to be a long one. He doesn't decide to go in there. It's a dangerous kick inboard. It hangs for a bit. Connor Little will take the mark. The Maroons can reload and go quickly if they want. Quickly he does that. Although the kick is going to land in the hands of Van Dyke. Although doing well was Eddie over the back. Spoiled it in the end. McMahon in the front spot. Bursting his way through now. Huey Dunbar. And from 40 metres unloads. And just fades away at the last minute for another minor score.
Geez, he's got some good jets there, Dunbar. They're doing all the attacking at the moment, the Maroons. They just can't find the right side of the goals at the moment.
So Traralgon are currently 2 goals, 7-19, leading Moe 2-3-15 on the McDonald's Gippsland scoreboard.
Biffin brings it back into the field of play. Near side, Makepeace and Pepper the target. Makepeace. Strong grab. Good size. Good grab. Contested mark. Half-back flank for the Lions. One's really working for him. Decides just to kick it high down the line, and Hourigan will have this every day of the week. Prowse did well to cause a contest, but the Maroons have got some numbers. Little gave it to Marsh, went backwards to Lopez and got... Was it Lopez? Driven into the ground. I think it's D'Angelo in the end. And I'll tell you what, James Blazer, talk about barrel-chested. He just went bang. As Morrow and now Jacobson do the ruck duties. Jacobson taps it out of the congested area. Sim gathered it, handballed backward to Mulqueen. Left foot kick is going to be nice to Grady Cox Edge on the wing. He's got one over the top in Balfour if he wants him at centre half forward. He's on his own. Doesn't go there. Tommy Long's in the middle if he wants. Doesn't go there. Comes out wide. And he can find Prowse. This time it's Chris. Handball off to Seppi. Left foot. Goes inside. Top of the square it goes. Hourigan's got the fly to this one. And how many times does Hourigan get on his own? He took the mark and got called to play on. Quickly. Pepper's going to work hard at ground level. Gathers it. Shrugs a tackle. Kick goes off the wrong side of the boot though. And it's going to trickle over for a boundary throw in. That question. How does Ty Hourigan get on his own so many times?
He just reads the play well. He zones off. He's prepared to take him on. And he gets good coverage from his teammates as well. So they cover his man while he lags off.
All right, good answer.
What were you looking for?
Exactly that. I just wanted to know if they could use that man, but
and if
they
the
cover
answer
well.
wasn't right, then you would have had the right answer. Is that right?
I didn't. Oh, mine was
How many
a question.
rights was there then? Right.
Mine was a question.
Jacobson and Barron. Jacobson got the tap down, unable to get out of the contest there. Was any players, and we'll have a ball up there, wrapped up in the Moe Lions 50. Jacobson again, he gets the tap down, coming through and taken straight away in a strong tackle. Just waiting for him to get up on the floor. Is that Blazer?
Yeah,
it
sure is.
Blazer. Went barrelling through.
Some things never change.
Absolutely. We'll go again for a third time. Jacobson, again, he wins the tap down. Ends up in the hands of Ambler. His kick over the top looking for Marsh. Just a little bit too strong for him. He comes back inboard and the ball's being tapped over the boundary line and we'll have a boundary throw in.
To me, just in the AFL half-time, it is up in Sydney, and it's the Sydney Swans, 5-2-32. They trail the Dockers 7-3-45.
Have Geelong come out to play yet from last night?
Nope.
Okay.
They were weak as water.
Boundary throw back here. Quick kick from the stoppage. Gets to the line. Seppi, they got two back, the Maroons. They'll fist it through. And they'll rush another score. McDonald's Gippsland scoreboard. Hungry? Head to McCafe for the new Cafe Classics.
So we've got Traralgon 2 goals, 7-19 to Moe 2-4-16. Traralgon currently lead by 3 points.
Netball update boxer.
Yeah, it's 8 points in Moe's favour at the moment, 30-22.
It looks like your daughter needs to lift.
There she does. She has missed a couple too. I'll have to talk to her about that later on.
Unlike you to miss Eddie, or unlike anyone in the family to miss Eddie.
You saw the stats last week, Darryl.
I did.
Berrigan brought the ball in outside 50 and found Snyder on his own. Not much moving. He's being called to play on now, so he dumps the ball down the line. It'll be a contest between Prowse and Jacobson. Neither was able to get their hands on it. Lopez looked to tap it out to Hector, and the ball's gone over the boundary line, and so we'll have a boundary throw-in in front of the Moe coaches box here at Ted Summerton Reserve. We've just ticked over 10 and a half minutes here into the second quarter.
In the other AFL game too there, Timmy, it's 8-5-53 Port Adelaide to North, 4-4-28.
Got his own.
Jacobson tapped the ball down and roped it himself. Got the handball off towards
well
Collison.
done.
A great contested mark there by Van Dyke. He's been strong so far today. He'll look to keep coming back towards this side.
Ooh.
And he's put it into the Moe coach's box, out of bounds on the full.
Well, Coxedge was there.
He was there. He just
on the wrong side of the boundary.
off the wrong side of the white line. And the players are... Budgie's just trying to work out who's actually going to take the free kick here, and it's going to end up in Harvey Howe. He goes short down the line to contest, and...
Out of bounds on the full.
He's put it out of bounds.
No, the umpires said play on. Oh, he has.
He's called
Out of bounds on the full.
out of bounds on the full.
Going to go to Van Dyke. Again, right in front of the Traralgon coaching staff. We've gone 11 and a half minutes, exactly right.
He should be on the line there, Scott.
Likewise on the other one. The margin is 3 points. Down the line it goes. Over the back, Hourigan couldn't mark it. Blazer squeezed a handball out. D'Angelo picked his pocket though. Then gave it to Snyder. Pepper will close. Pepper couldn't get him. Snyder handballs over the top to Hector. Inboard handball's good to D'Angelo. Gives it to Howe. He's under pressure. Can he get a handball away? Beautifully done. Handballs to D'Angelo again. Inside forward 50, missing Jacobson. Good build-up from the Maroons. We're trickled over for another boundary throw in. 12 minutes gone into the second quarter. It is Moe 2-4-16 trail. Maroons 2-7-19.
That's correct.
Boxer.
With Jacobson going forward, deep forward, it's forced Declan to go deep as well, so it really takes him out of the game too, just because of that matchup.
Prowse in the front spot, tapped it down. Pepper comes the other way, steps around one, then loses the footy, play on to the umpire, squeezed a handball out there from Sim, and Danaher's kick along the ground is out of bounds, and we've got a boundary throw
Come on,
in.
Budgie, call it.
He was never going to call that.
Was it deliberate, or was it
deliberate.
insufficient attempt, or was it just awkward?
I think it was all of the above.
Okay.
It
looks very awkward.
For some of the stuff that gets called for insufficient intent, Scud, that was clearly the same.
Yeah, true. Back in the front spot there. Prowse did well, and Harvey up to the task, put on a tackle. That's Harvey Howe.
Scud, ball, 3-2-20, haven't scored since quarter time. Leongatha 4-6-30.
Howe got the
scoring
tap down
again.
to D'Angelo, who was in front. Wrapped up straight away was Neoclis. There's that man again, Danaher. He's raking left foot, comes forward for the Lions, and ends up coming to the contest with Hector was able to get his hands out. McMahon, once, twice, he's got his head ripped off then. And he'll take the free kick and relieve the pressure from the Lions. Membry just come off the interchange bench looking for a quick kick. Wasn't able to get it from McMahon. So he's now going to dump the ball long to a contest, and it's going to end up with... That was a clearly the mismatch there with Prowse. I'm not sure what McMahon was looking at there. It was Reuters versus Prowse. It was the tall versus the small.
Yeah, just think some of these dump kicks down the line just aren't working at the moment for both sides.
Especially if you don't have a big that's down there.
Yeah, that's right.
Goes backwards to Van Dijk, who transfer of play ends up in the hands of Biffin. Wasn't a great kick along the round. He comes back inboard. It's a dangerous kick with Reuters in there against Danaher and ends up with...
Oh, good tackle.
He's got...
Oh, he's paid holding the man.
He has paid holding the man. Absolutely.
How did he get rid of the footy?
No, it was knocked out in the tackle.
It was knocked out.
That's holding the ball.
No, it's not.
Every day of the week.
No, it's not. Learn the rules.
It is these days.
Sit down, Daryl.
If you tackle him and it gets knocked out, it's holding the ball.
Oh, typical Richmond supporter. New Hoeclius launches it from 50.
Oh,
and
look out! Timmy, get up and about!
He has! He's kicked it from outside 50. It's gone over the top of 4 players. And that is a contender for a Zambrero goal of the day.
If I could swear, I would. Holy moly.
Holy. Hey,
I mean, he was their boxer. 4 or 5 on the line.
there was at least 5 on the line and all talls as well, and it's just carried. So he would have kicked that 55, surely.
Yep.
55 and no breeze.
And no breeze at all to speak of.
And we did say at quarter time that was the scoring end, so the breeze has taken that down. So Traralgon now 3 goals 7-25 to Moe's 2-4-16 with thanks to McDonald's Gippsland.
I'll tell you what, the new menu at Zambrero, there's the new goal that A contender. Danaher burst his way through the stoppage. Out the back, though, was Halliburton. Quick one to D'Angelo. Back to McMahon. The Maroons build again. Here's Neocleus on the wing. Takes the mark. He can chip it on. Tate Marsh. He set up camp on that far side on the wing, and he rolls and touches it down on the ground. He wants someone to come towards him. He goes in the directions of Jacobson. Front spot. Can't complete the mark. Ground level down there is Eddie. Gets through one. Gets through another. Snaps around on his left.
There
and
it
there's another Zambrero goal of the day. Wowie. Back-to-back goals, boxer.
Can someone sit him down before he does something? You've got to burst a pooper valve.
It's gone, I tell you.
You just got to relax. Settle down. Because it was a sensational goal. That was absolutely brilliant. And to move and be as mobile as what Eddie was then for a big fella, to snap on his left foot, that's a real inspirational goal. Just that run now, that overlap run from the Maroons is starting to work and take place. Moe need to tighten that up right now.
So it's Traralgon with a 15-point lead. So Traralgon 4-7-31 to Moe 2-4-16 with thanks to Gippsland McDonald's.
Big moments right here for the Moore Bowling Club. 3 goals in a row for the Maroons. They've busted this game open.
As the 2 ruckmen go at it, Howe goes over the top. The tap went out there to Prowse. Cool play on there was the umpire.
Tap.
Howe. We've had a free kick being paid off the ball.
Prowse.
And Prowse will get that and he'll relayed for Moe. Not very often you get a full forward that roves to a ruckman. But Prowse delivers a ball out to the side. McMahon will see the ball over the boundary line in front of the Traralgon coach's box this time. And we'll have a boundary throw in. Ticked over 16 and a half minutes here into this second quarter. As we expected, a great contest. It's been tough all day. So 2 ruckmen go at it. Prowse takes front spot, gets the handball down, gets his hands down, unable to get it rid of anywhere with Seppi. He was wrapped up by Snyder straight away, and we'll have another ball up.
So it's obviously the runners from Traralgon haven't filled your shoes because they're obviously kid size, like size 3 size 4. So who are these two?
Prowse got the tap down, ends up in the hands of Danaher, delivered forward. Makepeace, clever tap, ends up with Wood. He's gone once, twice. Good contest, unable to take it there though. McMahon got a handball out. Halliburton, he handballs over the top. D'Angelo is looking to go straight back instead of going forward. Ends up in the hands of Hourigan. He kicks a ball down the line towards Leprez. Good body work and he takes a strong contested mark. Turns and goes inside 50. Delivers a ball. Bit short on it. Eddie, unable to take the mark. Kimberley rows it. Kicks the quads goal. And he goes narrow with that one and ends up for a behind.
Just another voice around the pack then as well, because he had more time than that then too. He could have trotted in a few more metres than that, and disappointing miss that one.
So we've got Traralgon 4 goals 8-32 to Moe's 2-4-16 at the 17.5 minute mark.
16-point margin, all thanks to McDonald's. Rolls in, does Biffin, kicks to the near side. Big fly from Hourigan, good spoil. Lands straight in the hands of Long, though. Kicks around his body, 2-on-1. Little hit the ground hard, but still fights at ground level. Lost a boot. Pepper's there. Still putting on a strong tackle on Matt Barand.
He was very close to pulling that mark down then. Little.
We've got a stoppage. Right, true centre wing. 18 minutes have gone into this second quarter. Maroons have kicked 3 goals to none. And they lead it by 16 points. Howe got a hand on it, tapped it back. Coxedge was there though. He gave it back to Danaher, shrugged one tackle, went back to Seppi. Left foot kick, goes down the line. Pepper's the target. The boundary line is the one that will win. It didn't even have to move. Had to bounce it on the full.
Ben Danaher's 9th disposal for the quarter.
Are you taking stats
I
over
am
there?
on Ben Danaher.
All thanks to Terrelgan Mazda. As Hourigan reloads for the Maroons. Kicks around Lopez. Went straight through his hands. Eddie does well. Handballs over the top. Can Snyder run onto this one? He tapped it forward towards Kimberley. He's under pressure. Handball in the front of Lopez. Left foot kick at goal. Gets to the goal line. Jacobson can't take the mark, but he can play on and he kick it from 1 metre out and put it through. And the Maroons have got 4 in a row. Jacobson gets his first.
There's a few ominous signs here now for Moe. It's that tall timber of Maroons down forward is really putting a lot of pressure on their backs then too. It's unlike Kilty then to get beaten one-on-one. He had good presence of mind then too, Jacobson. It was a great goal by a big fella and showed a good turn of foot.
So on the McDonald's Gippsland scoreboard, we've got Traralgon 5 goals, 8-38 to Moe 2-4-16, and we're nearly at the 20-minute mark of this second quarter.
Ball back into the middle here. And the Lions need to get this one to stop the run of 4 goals from Traralgon. Morrow got the tap down, but it'll be D'Angelo who gets his hands on the ball first. Ends up with McMahon. McMahon goes wide and ends up with Halliburton. He fell over there by himself there. Halliburton tried to milk the 50. He'll come back inboard to Little. Hourigan hasn't seen... great work, Pepper. Great work, Pepper. Pushed his body off it. Gets a handball out. Makepeace from 45. Delivers towards forward and has put it through for a minor score. Great work there by Harry Pepper and the pressure he put on. Traralgon were out on the far wing. Minor score.
It's a disappointing little miss, that one there too, because it just could have done something different to the game and the aspect of the whole game itself, but he'd be disappointed with that Makepeace.
McDonald's scoreboard shows a 21-point margin. Gets out towards D'Angelo. He's able to play on and get it down towards. Well done by Collison. Experienced. Wheels and goes. Inside forward 50. Eddie's the target. Worked underneath it from Rennet. Good spot there from Kimberley. Taps it to himself. Handballs across now to Tripodi. Boom, bang. There you go. 5 in a row for the Maroons. This second quarter is owned by Traralgon.
And I tell you now, I spoke about the big timber. We haven't spoken about Kimberley. Every time the ball's come inside 50, I don't know where this kid come from, this Kimberley. My goodness me. Here he goes, all right. He's got some jets on him too. And had the presence of mind to hand it off to Tripodi to finish with a great snap goal as well.
So Traralgon have kicked 5 goals this quarter to Moe's 0 goals. So currently the scoreboard says Traralgon 6 goals, 8-44 to Moe's 2-5-17.
Wow. There you go. This is a big moment for the Moore Bowling Club. Don't forget the Pot and Palmer night every Saturday night from 5:30pm, only $20. Catch all the AFL games live in the club lounge as well. And a big moment in this second quarter. Moe must respond.
The can bar's gone very quiet.
Sure has.
Just notice that the Kilty's trying to push himself up the ground a little bit, not get caught on the last line. They've sent Biffin back there now that Collison's gone forward. So interesting to see how they can the Lions can stop the trend here, Scud.
Yep.
And get this game back on their terms.
Where's it breaking down from, Boxer?
It's through their midfield at the moment, through Scud.
Yep.
So they've really stepped up here, the Maroons.
Here we go as the ruckman go at it. Morrow got the tap down into with Blazer. He's gone back for a second effort. Great work from Danaher. Got it out to Coxedge. He delivers the ball forward. Out to Makepeace on a strong lead and a great mark there. Looking to reload. He's got leads coming left and right. He goes deep towards Barron. In there, Membry was able to get a hand through. McKenna got a handball out towards Marsh to Snyder to Hourigan.
This is good.
He is out by himself. Great chase down and tackle there by Wood with Lepraise. Great spoil over the back there by Mulqueen. Stop the run for the Maroons, and we'll have a boundary throw in.
Boxer, the exiting 50 for the Maroons is way better than what the forwards need to do for Moe.
It's just that movement from Traralgon as well. So the confidence levels are up, Scud. So they're hitting their targets on the exits.
How nicely tapped down to Neocles. His kick, though, under pressure. Lands in the hands of Declan Kilty. Goes short to Danaher. Half-back flank, though, now for Moe. 22 and a half minutes gone. The margin sits at 27 points. In favour of the Traralgon Maroons. They get it to half forward, though, for the Lions. Can they get something here? Jacob Wood with a strong tackle. Crunching tackle, as you'd expect. Top of the 50 it is. We've got a stoppage.
Yeah, Scud, it's a Maul, 4-2-26. They still trail Leongatha, 4-9-33.
Quick kick out of the stoppage there from Morrow. Lands on the chest of Matt Brand. And this is the big moment for the Lions. They need it right now. late into, well, just about to tick into time on, I should say.
He needs to push right back with his kick now. He just needs to really relax, take it all in.
He doesn't have one. The Lions' last goals at the 12-minute mark of the first quarter, and we're now into the 23.5-minute mark of the second. Big important kick here. Matt Baran pokes at it, but squeezes it through, and it's a much-needed goal in the red time of this second quarter to Matt Baran.
Yeah, I think just now a bit of a lockdown situation for Moe, just to stop that score run on by the Maroons in this last part of this last quarter. And they need to win the last 5 minutes to really put themselves back in this game.
So on the McDonald's Gippsland scoreboard, we've got Traralgon 6 goals, 8.44, leading Moe 3-5-23.
Don't forget the quarter pounder, classic for a reason. It's available after 10 a.m. We'll get a couple of those on the way home, Timmy.
It was a big moment for the Morwell Bowling Club. Moe, much needed goal there for the Moe Lions as the ball's back into the middle and Jacobson goes back in against Morrow. He got his hands on it again, ends up with Ambler. He gets the handball out towards McMahon, delivers the ball forward, and Lopez dropped one that he should have taken easily. Followed up with second effort though.
Hasn't got it.
And has now been there. Knocked the ball out, held onto the man, paid holding the man.
Wrong decision, holding the ball every day. Pratt had it, kicked it out wide, found Prowse. This is Chris on the far side of the ground here at Ted Summoner Reserve, bathed in sunshine. Handball's back to Pratt, kicks down towards half forward. The target is Maslin, who ran out of the back line. Couldn't quite get it, just eluded him out there. Big pack of players form. Sim was at the bottom of the pack, I think it was. And we'll have a boundary throw-in. Far side of the ground. And it is a 21-point margin as we speak at the moment. Jacobson does the ruck duties with Prowse, tapped it down. Jacobson has to do some groundwork. Left it behind. Grady Coxedge was there, went backwards by hand to Pepper. Gave it to Maslin, took on a tackler. Still got a handball away, though, to Pepper. Backwards to Seppi. It's all by hand at the moment, and it's slow. Coxedge is under pressure. He just gave it up to Prowse. He gives a handball out towards Sim. Half forward flank. Can they get an inside forward 50? They can. But back there is Ty Hurrigan, who can mark and reload. And he gets it out to McMahon, who gives it to Hector.
Hector comes out wide and ends up in the hands of Tripodi. Looking for a little bit of slow play here, I think, the Maroons. Hurrigan's just over the top. He ignores him. He goes longer to a 2-on-1 contest in favour of the Lions. It goes out over the back. Here goes Collison and Mulqueen. 2-on-1. Lepraise does well. There's that man, Scott Van Dyke. He wraps him up straight away. And we'll have a ball up as we've ticked over 26 minutes here in the second quarter at Ted Summerton Reserve.
Yeah, Wonthaggi have taken the lead against Bairnsdale by 2 points. Bairnsdale 7-1-43, Wonthaggi 6-9-45.
And don't forget, you are listening to Gippsland Live, all thanks to Harvey Norman Electrical Gippsland this afternoon. And if you want to get in a vehicle, head down to Traralgon Mazda, the new BT50 from the stoppage. Seppi tapped it. Hector came the other direction. Balfour was there, ran down from McMahon. Quick one there from D'Angelo by hands to Hector. Kicks high and towards the top of the half-forward flank area. It's all Moe, though. Sims there. Can get it and run away. Left foot kick into some open space. It's Blazer and Dunbar. He looks for a little bit of help to come. Marsh was there, though, for the Maroons. Sweet little handball to Huey Dunbar. And Dunbar can find Ambler, who can turn around and get it to Tripodi. It was touched. Play on. Handball to Eddie. And Eddie has got his third in the quarter. The Maroons extend again.
You've got all the answers there, Scud. Just they transition from that midfield then as well. They just had plenty of numbers around the ball. They just were well enough to keep their feet. Found Moe sort of scrambling around then too with Wood and Blazer. But, geez, there was some good play inside. And some cool heads as well. Some real smart kicks inside 50 and a nice little finish there from Eddie as well.
So the McDonald's Gippsland scoreboard has Traralgon 7 goals, 8 points, 50 to Moe's 3-5-23 at the 27.5 minute mark.
No, Brett Eddie's gone bang.
He has gone bang.
He has gone bang, and that...
He has gone bang.
He has gone bang.
Three times.
Bang, bang, bang. He's nearly Zambero. Bang, 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 bang.
The old six-shooter.
In the A-grade netball, we've got Moe 44 to Traralgon over there in 34 as Neoclears takes the ball out, kicks it forward. Collison will run onto it. If a ball sits, doesn't sit for him. He goes back for a second time. Does well, gets the handball out to McMahon. McMahon finds Ambler. He looks for someone forward. He's looking for the ruckman there and Howe as Kilty goes back with it. 2-on-1 contest. Who's down there? Unable to pick the ball up there, though, was Tripodi. Clearing kick comes out from Kilty to a 1-on-1 contest, and Ambler will knock the ball over, and we'll have a boundary throw in just outside Traralgon's 50. Ticked over 28 minutes here into the second quarter.
Tyson Biffin down for Moe in the defence.
And the Lions will not be wanting to concede another goal here in the dying stages of this second quarter. Big boundary throw in. Prowse front position. Got it. Tried to get his kick away. Couldn't. D'Angelo, he's wrapped up straight away. And umpire Bahagia will come in and ball the ball up just outside Traralgon's 50.
Umpire in his 3,040th game.
28 and a half minutes. Jacobson tapped it over his head. Free kick will go off the ball here, and it will go the Lions' way to Jacob Wood. Comes inboard. He's going to miss the target. It's going to come back. And that is Halliburton taking the mark. A scrubby little kick, though. Might just work. Kimberley got it, lost it, swung around the tackle, play on. Wood ducked the head, had a fresh airy. Traralgon boys in the box said, holding the ball. The umpire said, no, you're too biased. We're going to ball it up. But if you miss the ball when you go for a kick, it's probably hold the ball. 29 minutes are gone. The Maroons lead by 27 points. Tapped it down again. Prowse this one again. Will it sit this time for Collison? No. Tapped it forward. Coming the other direction is McMahon. Twisting and turning. Getting back onto the right foot. High kick towards centre half forward. Where's the fly going to come from? Nowhere. Mulqueen punched it straight down to Sim. Grabbed it and then Halliburton wrapped him up straight away. And we'll have a stoppage. And the 15,000 people in the Traralgon coaches box just says to one person, just step aside for a moment. As we get another stoppage in the middle.
The Oakleys kicks the ball inside 50. Oh, clever by Reuters. Knocked the ball forward. Ends up with Eddie. He's taken without it as Kilty then picks up the ball. Gets the handball out towards Wood. He'll relieving kick. And that ends up in the hands of Mulqueen. He looks to go quickly out there. Biffin gets the kick forward to find Jacob Wood. He's all by himself.
We've got some run.
Delivers the ball forward. He could have kept the ball there, but it's gone to a contest there. Both players put their hands up in there. No one really wanted it. Picked up there, though, in the hands there of Morrow. He delivers the ball forward. One-on-one contest. No one's able to take the mark. Traralgon have got 3 there. If they can get it out, they'll be free. But quick kick forward.
Ooh,
it ended up being it. It was Blazer. He snuck it through for a minor score.
I think the timekeepers have fallen asleep.
I think we've just gone into 30 minutes. So we've got Traralgon 7 goals, 850 to Moe 3-6-24. So a 26-point lead to Traralgon.
First quarter went 30-odd minutes. Second quarter now ticked over to 30 and a half.
Well, the coach just asked me how long to go, and I just went 1 minute. Like,
But you said that 2 minutes ago.
It's still going. You can't just make it up.
can't make it up.
He kept asking you guys. He went looking at him.
Well, we don't know.
Bembry
wrong people.
brings it back into the field, kicks it out wide. Running onto that one there was Cox Edge, handball over the shoulder to Pepper. And Siren can't be too far away.
If the timekeepers are listening, do you reckon you can just press the button?
Why's that box?
I don't think Besty's going to be very happy.
All right.
Well, with you, because you told him a minute at the 25-minute mark.
Yeah.
So we're into 31 minutes now, and it's back in. Jacobson just got a little paw on it. Got to go again, and handball backwards to Snyder. Kicks around the body and high. Eddie comes out and marks on his chest in front of 2 defenders. Rolls on quickly. How is it a one-on-one? The siren's gone, though.
Oh.
As they were driving inside forward 50.
Thank God.
And that ended pretty quick, but it's been all the Maroons in that second quarter. They've put on 6 goals, 2 if you don't mind, and they've got the margin out to 26 points at half-time. It is Traralgon, 7-8-50, leading the Lions, 3-6-24. It's half-time, and it's Gippsland Live on TRFM for Harvey Norman Electrical Gippsland.
At the minute that says to me that Moe's rolling the dice with anything at the moment. They're just going to keep going the way they're going.
Well, Snyder from the stoppage gave it back to Halliburton. Kick around the body. Eddie on a searching lead. And he's got some space to work into. And when he has that, he's hard to stop. And Rennitz could not do a thing there. It just fell in his chest. And good forwards make those opportunities, don't they, Box?
They do, mate. And every chance you get, you don't get too many often. And when he plays in front, he's got that little bit of nip of toe. But take nothing away from Charlie Rennitz. He's been
Yep.
He's been right on him the whole afternoon.
So this is a worrying sign, though, Box, because they lead at the moment by 26 points, and Eddie's got 3. Eddie puts it on its way! On its way! If you don't mind, through the big sticks, which means Eddie's got 4 from the boundary line. It's another Zambrero goal of the day contender.
Yeah, they look a lot really flat-footed at the moment, Moe, and it just showed then through the transition. The ball moved really quickly, and to find Eddie on his own, not on his own, but he's in front with a fairly good bit of toe, to nail it from where it was then. You make those opportunities, and they can really hurt sides as well.
So it's just about to click over to 2 minutes. We've got Traralgon 8 goals, 8.56 to Moe's 3.6.24.
Ball back into the middle. Jacobson and Prowse go at it. Jacobson jumped, didn't get his hand on it. Prowse got the tap down, but Collison got the quick kick forward to a contest there. Ends up in the hands of Van Dyke. He gets the handball out looking in the end for Kilty. Ball comes out by D'Angelo. Clever little tap on. Another tap on there by Lopres. Snyder kicks the ball forward inside 50. There's Eddie in front again. He's got 3 guys around him. Gets the handball out. Ends up with Kilty. And on the left foot, he's looking down the field. And he's might find the safety of the boundary line, which is what he does just in front of the coach's box.
Boxer, you've got to put Kelty on Eddie. Best defender, best forward. I don't know about the run and the attack from Kelty. I think you just got to go with it. You've got to make that change now.
You do, and he's the coach. He's the one that should just said, right, I put my hand up and let's make the move.
He's kicked 4, and he looks dangerous every time it goes inside forward 50.
Snyder bounced around 1, 2, 3, gets wrapped up again, and we'll have a ball up here. Just on the half-forward flank here for the Traralgon Maroons. They currently lead by 32 points as we tick over 3 minutes here into the third quarter.
And you see Pepper's just slowly drifting up the ground as he's maybe trying to put himself on the ball to sort of bust out of a pack in there maybe.
Only having the 4 forwards now as Pepper rolls up, but from this stoppage, Snyder gave it across now to Ambler into the shallow pocket. Lopez with some good little body work, then tapped it into a dangerous spot. Reuters got over the top of Van Dyke, and he'll win the free kick in the back pocket in front of the Canbar that's been very quiet this afternoon. They haven't had much to cheer about.
Lopez slow to get up.
Van Dyke now plays on, kicks towards the wing area. Pack will form. Prowse and Baran over the back. The footy goes. And Dunbar will tap it. Pepper shoves him out the way and the ball trickles over for a boundary throw-in. 3.5 minutes into this third quarter. Whoa. And already, and we've got a bit of a dust up where we box up.
Yeah, just Baran. Not sure what he was thinking then too. He just had a bit of a brain fade and he's given away a free kick off the ball.
Well, Huey Dunbar. Ball the one.
Ball goes forward to Snyder on true centre wing. They can't be forwarding any of that sort of stuff here, the Lions. Well, they trail by over 5 goals. He goes to dump kick down the line. Over the back was Kilty. Great tap. Unable to pick it up there. In the end was Long, who wraps up Eddie in the tackle, and we'll have it ball up just in front of the Canbar here at Ted Summit in reserve. Ruckman go at it again. Jacobson, Prowse, front position. He gets a good tap down, ends up with the hands of Danaher. His dump kick down the line to a contest. No one was able to take the mark. Pepper down low was able to get it. He's wrapped up straight away by Dunbar and Little. And we'll have a ball up on true centre wing here with just over 4.5 minutes into this third quarter. And some Maroons leading by 32 points.
Again, front spot Prowse, tapped it down. Coxedge was there, kicked it high. Not so far along. The umpire called it play on and was quickly wrapped up in the tackle. Now it's on true centre wing. Right on the line of the centre square. Dead centre. Not favouring either end. The Maroons, though, they lead it. The Coxedge again. Got one over the shoulder, holding the footy. And Traralgon will play the advantage. Ambler goes towards Eddie, at his toes. Play on to the umpire. At ground level, Van Dyke. Underground handball, misses Blazer. He was up to it, but then squeezed a handball to Coxedge. Just missed him. Coming the other way, Snyder. Gave it off to Reuters. Got around 1. Kicks to the fat side. And going up, couldn't quite mark it, Collison. Ground level, Neocleus. Tried to squeeze a handball back. Good work by Van Dyke. He's been good. And that could be downfield. I think it will be. Or it might come back, Timmy, in the motion of kicking.
In the motion of kicking, so it wasn't afterwards. So come back into the back 50 for the Moe Lions and end up with Van Dyke.
Very much, Razor Ray Chamberlain. Blazer gets it out wide to Prowse. And that's Chris. Comes in board by hand to Belfer. Goes towards Long, centre half forward on his own. He can turn and go. The leading forward comes out in Morrow, kicks it over his head. And Dan McKenna takes the uncontested mark. Squares it out wide to Snyder, who's been busy in this quarter for Traralgon Mazda this afternoon. The new Mazda BT50's been very good today. Handball's onto Tom McMahon. Lopes along. Look at him run with those big, long, loping legs. Kicks towards half forward. Eddie was a target again. Van Dyke's good. Handball to Seppi. Can the Lions build from half back? No, because they've turned it over again. McMahon did well. Tapped it to the big Jacobson who got down. They've got one on the outside. Hector gets it out towards Neocleus. He can turn and go. Collison will lead. Howe might be the longer target. He gets to the spot, shoves Maslin out the way, and he takes the best one-hander that a Howe has ever taken. Because the one next to me can't take him, and the one out on the ground can. And Harvey Howe directly in front. We got his old man to call one before and he sprayed it and just got it in for a point.
You call this one, Scud.
I'll call this one home. There's the young 6'4" ruckman from Terrelgan named Harvey Howe. The double H comes in from 40 metres out, leans back and this time puts that through. And Harvey Howe gets the Maroons out to an all-important 38-point margin. The game's nearly done,
Yeah,
Boxer.
put a fork in it, Scud. Yeah, and a spade.
Where's that cork going?
Actually, those party pies are looking good now. Put a fork in it now. That's it. She's done, Scud. Just Terrelgan just look a lot more hungrier at the minute too, and they're forcing that error. And Moe just have no answers at the minute, and that was a great there finish too by the double H.
So on the McDonald's Gippsland scoreboard, we've got Terrelgan 9 goals, 862. Lead Moe 3-6-24.
Jacobson and Prowse will go at it again in the middle. Jacobson went early. Prowse got the tap down. Not able to get anywhere with that one. And we'll have a ball up again in the centre circle here at Ted Summerton Reserve. Two ruckmen look to go at it. Prowse gets front position and he double-handed down. It was great, well taken out there by Harry Sim. He delivers the ball forward towards Makepeace, and that's a strong contested mark. Looks to play on straight away, ran into two players. Smothered there by Tom McMahon. Picked up then in the end there by Neocleus. Got the hands out towards McMahon. He finds Tate Marsh on the far wing. He's taken him player on, and he's been pinged for running too far. He looked to bounce the ball, but knew he was going to get tackled, so it was going to be a free kick, and it will end up a free kick to the Lions. And it's going to end up there, out there on that far side, to be taken out there by Tyler Pratt. Pratt's just got to go back behind his mark and look to reload. Understatement, but the Lions need to get something going here quickly. Comes back in board and finds Sims. He plays on quickly, ends up out there on the far side and finds Makepeace. Looking to reload, trying to draw his Terrelgan player. In the end, he does. They'll bring the ball inside 50. A contest there. Hector was back. He dropped the ball. Harry Pepper over his left shoulder on the snap. And he's kept it narrow and through for a minor score.
Hey, I need to rectify some of your English language.
Oh, here we go.
It's Sim, right?
Oh, yes.
All right. Let me just tell you quietly, it's not Sims.
Yeah.
All right. Poppy has paid the wrath of that. They
what if
don't
there's-
want you to be in that position either. They want to look after you.
Thank you,
little mate.
Boxer.
So go for it.
Julie will be up here in a moment. Well, I'll tell you what, Pepper put it on the main street of Moe, that's for sure. It went over the net, and it's gone miles. So we've got a score update for McDonald's Gippsland.
So we've got Terrelgan 9 goals, 862. To Moe 3-7-25. And they're still looking for the football.
Netball update, Boxer.
I have. It's been a 12-point victory to the Moe Lions, the ladies there, 57-45. Scudman?
Thank you very much. And eventually, the ball is back in the hands of Membry for the Maroons. I must say at this stage, the Lions have been disappointing. They're undefeated up until today on their home deck. That's a good mark out there by Tommy Long. But I want to see something from this Lions side in the second half. They trail at the moment. It is a 37-point margin. They've got it inside forward 50. Pepper's under pressure. Tackled when he didn't have the football. Goes to ground again. The umpire said play on. And we'll have a ball up now inside. Just about 15 metres out.
Nick Prowse looks like he's going to try and come on the ground, Scud, and see if he can get that...
Are we calling it a corky or are we going with a twinge?
No, well, it was taped before the start of the game, so I'm assuming he's probably come in with something
Corky,
not
I'll
quite
go
right.
with. Bigger cork. Got a bit of a corky. There's a bit of blood there. Wants to tape it up.
Okay.
Can they get some for the stoppage? He grabbed it out of the ruck. Was it Mulqueen? I think it might have been. Or was it Big Prowse? I'm going to go with Prowse, who just grabbed it out of the ruck. That was Chris. We were just talking about his brother a moment ago. And Chris gets the goal, the much important one for the Lions. I want to see a couple in a row now, Box.
Absolutely. They need back-to-back now. It's just one of those things where it's an understatement to say they definitely needed that goal, but it's at the same time, if they can go back-to-back, put a little bit more confidence in their spring and their boot and their the way they go about it, they might find themselves with a slight chance. But I said put a fork in it before, so maybe not take that back.
So on the McDonald's Gippsland scoreboard, we've got Traralgon 9 goals, 862, Moe 4, 731.
Well, Morrow tapped it out of the middle, went and got it again, and then left it behind. Neocleus gave it to D'Angelo, to Howe. Howe handballed into Neocleus. Back to Collison. He's going to be wrapped up in the tackle, and he's, no, not holding the ball. Lions have got the turnover. Danaher drives it inside forward 50. Slipping to ground is Barand. And Membry was able to take the uncontested mark, and he quickly plays on to the near side, but that, means it goes out of bounds on the full, and the kids celebrate the 21st birthday with their balloons. Nearly caught one in the chin.
150 games for Bree Guttridge, mate.
150 games, that's what it was. I just saw the 2 and the 1.
Which was a 5.
Which was a 5.
No, you're going well, Scud.
So Belfer, back to the footy. The Lions trail by 31. Gave it to Blazer into the
Good
pocket.
hit.
Beautiful kick, but good spoil. Guess who? Our man Ty Hourigan. He's fast becoming Gippsland Live's favourite player. There's a few of them, though. We've got one for each team.
You do.
He's my favourite at Traralgon.
Oh, Tate Marshall will be devastated.
Yeah, I will be. Yes, Tate's also on the Christmas card list as well. Ball comes back into the field of play. Matt Baran tried to bust his way through the tackle. Couldn't do so. We'll have a stoppage box.
Yeah, they've got to work hard for their goals, don't they, at the moment, Moe? And they've got it where they need it.
Got a round the ground check for us in a moment. We'll get that Morley and Gatha game. Might be a bit of an upset on the cards there as Blazer snaps around his body. Going to go towards the boundary line. And back there was Little, handballed off to McMahon, who squeezes one to Neocleus. He's going to get the run and draw, handballed over the top from Sim. Back to McMahon, but crunching tackle. And the umpire's going to go... My
Nothing.
Ball up, far side of the ground. 13 minutes in, margin at 31 points.
I just looked at the Moe side then too on the transition, and they were all caught flat-footed. And the spread and run from Traralgon just shows they've got plenty of run in their legs still.
Howe got the tap down, ends up with Neocleus. His handball comes out to Dunbar. Big kick down the line. Kilty is pushed up a little bit from being in that last line of defence and takes the relieving mark. Comes back inboard. Coxedge in the middle of Ted Summerton reserves. Look to reload. And he does. And ends up in the hand of Sim. Sim goes forward.
There's only one of them.
Inside 50.
Good job.
Howe comes across with a big fist and ends up with McMahon, who runs around in circles and eventually runs over the boundary line. Just around from the behind post here in the Moe forward
You've
line.
just got to get that right. We just can't...
No,
we have to padlock the door sometimes.
That's why I concentrated, made sure I got it right that time, Boxer. Thank you. I appreciate the pickup.
Thank you.
Ball comes back in over the top of the 2 ruckman head. Back there with D'Angelo. He shuffled it backward to Collison.
Oh.
His kick was smothered. Pratt was there. And then quickly wrapped up in the tackle. Top of the 50 it is. And we'll have a ball up. Boxer, you got some around the ground scores for Harvey Norman Furniture.
I'm just trying to get to them, Scud. We've got a few screens open at the moment, but in the AFL, I can tell you quite comfortably it's a 56-point lead, 66-point lead to Port Adelaide against North. And the Dockers are up by 25 points.
I can let you know the Tigers are up by 3 points over the top of Leongatha late in the third quarter.
15.
Oh, it's 15 points. My apologies.
Sorry.
All those Sydney listeners.
Squaring kick from McMahon lands in the hands of Dunbar. And he'll be on the half-back flank. He'll slow things up. Little chip kick over the top, missed the target in McMahon, and the ball goes over. We've got a boundary throw in. So we've gone 15 minutes now into this third quarter. The margin's at 31 points. It's on the McDonald's Gippsland scoreboard. Of course, the Quarter Pounder, a classic for a reason. Speaking of classics, here's Tim Saxton.
Morrow over the back, got the tap down. Sim picked it up, delivers a ball inside 50. Big contest. Membry over the back, picked up there in the end. Wasn't able to collect it though, was Makepeace. Wood gets the handball out to Sim. He's looking for a handball through. Finds it into Biffin. Biffin towards goal.
Free kick coming back. And why don't they pay the advantage? The goal went through, did it, Timmy?
The goal's through.
You're
goal
in
went through.
mid-call. They're gonna converse here, Tim.
Budgie's looking to get... No, I don't think so. I think they're just swapping.
Okay.
Pies are swapping. But normally if the ball goes through, Scud, you pay the advantage.
Yep. So our man Simsy has got himself the free kick. Boxer told me to say it.
Yeah, righto.
So Sim, Boxer, has he got the leg?
I'm out of here.
Has he got the leg to kick
He
this
has.
one?
Yeah, he has.
Yeah,
Got
he
a
definitely has. He's
good
got a
kick.
good leg.
They'll
on him.
come in and just kick from just inside 50. Again, this is for the back-to-back goal that Scud wanted. He moves around. It's a bit of a helicopter, but it's going to clear the line. And that's the important goal. Another important goal that the Lions needed. and brings the margin back under 5 goals.
There's a pulse, Boxer.
Small little pulse there, mate. We're going to be here at 8 o'clock tonight, the way these guys are going, because
30 minutes, 30 minutes.
30 minutes, 30 minutes, 35. 2 goals for the one. That was a lot of hard work for 1 goal. But there's that back-to-back goal, Scud. The third one will make this quite interesting.
So on McDonald's Gippsland scoreboard, we've got Traralgon 9-8-62, leading Moe 5-7-37. That's a 25-point lead.
I can tell you now, Scud, it's 7-4-46 the Tigers. Leongath up 5-13-43.
Well, Moe go again. Danaher got a handball out back, but Collison was back there. He's been busy. For Traralgon Mazda this afternoon, handballs to Halliburton. He's got some pace. He took on 2 tacklers. He had 2 bounces. He gave a handball to D'Angelo. D'Angelo's kick, though, is going to go down Declan Kelty's throat. And they're going to quickly move it on. Inboard kick to Harry Sim. He'll turn and look at centre half forward. Blazer will present and he'll hit him on the chest. Blazer will turn quickly. He's got Makepeace and finds him. Can Makepeace turn? It's a good time to go quick. And young Jaron does, but he just sits it on the head. In there was Biffin. Good protection there by Prowse. Allowed Biffin to take the uncontested mark. And if there was a sign that the Lions are back in this could just be it.
I can't believe you wrote him off, Tim.
I never said a word, Boxer. I'm pretty sure you put the fork in the spud or scud or whatever it was.
So Tyson Biffin, for 3 in a row, got underneath it, kept it skinny, and it's real skinny. And it's a minor score on the McDonald's Gippsland scoreboard in the third quarter at the 17.5-minute mark.
So Traralgon are leading by 24 points.
Quickly played on. Sorry, Tim. Head was down. Traralgon got it out to the hard defensive half-back flank where Hector has it.
Hector looks to reload. He's called to play on. Kicks down the wing, looking for the low press. But Kilty, who's pushed up again, as we said, gets a handball out there from Mulqueen. Back to Kilty. Pushes the ball back inside 50. Membry comes over the back and pushes the ball out of bounds. And we'll have a boundary throw in inside the forward 50 for the Lions, who are pressing here. And pressing hard as we tick over 18 minutes here into this third quarter.
Big moments in this last 10 minutes of this third quarter if they're a chance, Tim.
Absolutely. Prowse gets the ball out of the ruck contest, kicks the ball forward. Hourigan led to the ball. Sorry, that was McKenna. He got the handball out towards Halliburton, wrapped up straight away. And we'll have a ball up here.
Of course, big moments brought to you by the Mole Bowling Club this afternoon. The Pot and Palmer night's only $20, Boxer. I don't know what you're looking for at ground level, but keep your eye on the game.
Got the tap down, ends up in the hands of Danaher. He's kicked towards the top of the goal square. And there's that man, Hourigan, who rushes the ball through for a minor score for the Lions.
So we've got Traralgon 9-8-62 to Moe 5-9-39 at the 19-minute mark. 23 points the margin, got it in under 4 goals. It's all been the Lions for the last 5 or 6 minutes. So Hourigan comes in short and finds McKenna. He'll go short again to Snyder. Still inside their defensive 50. Snyder's wanting to slow the ball down. He'll kick back across and they'll look to transfer the ball. Finds Hourigan.
There's not much on.
There's nothing on out the far side, so he's going to come back to Snyder. A lot of stack gathering here. Boxer, sit down. I can't see.
Is this a worrying sign for Traralgon?
It's a worrying sign. They've had plenty of quick movement, as we saw in that second quarter.
Yep.
Snyder gets the ball outside defensive 50, but it's going to go straight to Biffin. Biffin's going to look to reload.
That should be 50. Protected zone.
He's got one-on-one contests everywhere. His kick inside towards Blazer ends up with Hector, and Blazer going hard at it. 2 Bulls that go hard at it. Snyder sees Pepper over the line and we'll have a boundary throw in.
They've just squeezed him in. Moe's managed to say, righto, we're going to get ourselves back into the game. How are we going to do it? Let's force them. Let's force the error.
And they tried the switch and it was real slow. And Moe stopped the outlet. So can they get one from the stoppage here? Ball comes back in. Howe tapped it straight down. Beautiful tap to McMahon, but he was under pressure straight away. And we'll do it again. Inside forward 50. It's just gone 3/4 time in a couple of the other games, Boxer, so we'll get you on those scores. A couple of interesting ones around the Gippsland League. This is, of course, round 6 of the Alinta Energy Gippsland League. Danaher from the stoppage!
Hello.
From the stoppage, puts it through. Traralgon supporters put their hands up in the air. The umpire says no, don't worry about that. There's another goal of the day contender, and it's Danaher. And we're going to have a free kick in the middle of the ground, Boxer.
Yeah, we have.
Moe's going to get it.
Umpire Bahaja has called something inside 50.
Descent.
Don't know if it was... Yeah, it might have been descent.
Descent. They were arguing with him. So Ben Danaher gets 3 in a row for the Lions.
So that is, the lead's cut back to 17 points now, and Moe's going to have the ball in the centre of the ground.
A free kick right in the middle of the 21-minute mark of the third quarter. Here they go. Pepper drives it inside forward 50. Prowse out the back. Numbers everywhere. McKenna gave a handball off to Dunbar to McMahon. And McMahon needs to find a target. Eddie, it's one-on-one with Reynolds. And good contest on centre wing. Gets to the back. Here's Kelty. Gets back around. Slips over. Still got time to stand up. Kick was smothered by Kimberley. Pratt was there, lost it when he picked it up, goes again hard. Belford's at ground level, squeezed a handball out to Morrow. Good tackle from Kimberley again. Play on, said the umpire. It's tough in the clinches and it's right in front of us and it's great football. And now the umpire will cross his arms and ball things up. What a game.
Yeah. Just go back to that one there, Scud. Danaher took the ball out of the ruck when he wasn't the ruckman. That's what everyone was complaining about.
All right, there you go.
But umpire Bahaja didn't like to be questioned.
All right, he took it out of the ruck on the full.
He took it out of the ruck on the full when he wasn't the ruckman.
Did they nominate any ruckman?
Yeah, the two ruckmen went at it.
Oh, well, we got new rules in this one this time. Pepper, though, it means 3 goals in a row for the Lions, and they go again. Sim attacked it very well. Quick handball to Belfer, inside 50, at the toes of Barad. What a pickup. Handball's back to Wood. Wood will square it to the outside. Seppi, no. Good contest, comes to ground. Jared Makepeace got boot the ball and then missed it. Handball from McKenna. The Maroons are under pressure. The defence of Hurrigan stands tall. Went to McMahon. Got spoiled. Ground level. Blazer. Kick around was smothered. Pressure personified. And the Traralgon Maroons defence hold up again. They're under all sorts of pressure. And the Lions have kicked 3 in a row. 22 minutes gone. The margin 17 points.
The lead in this quarter, the Lions, and it's going to the scoring end as Howe wins the contest. He gets it down, unable to get a kick away with Snyder. Ball comes out with McMahon. Umpire Bahaja's
free kick coming back.
Playing a free kick.
It's going to go to Snyder, I think.
Not sure why the advantage wasn't paid out of that one, Scud, but anyway, we'll reload again from the back line.
It's not a rule.
Not a new rule?
No. Was it? No, that one's out.
Oh, that one's out?
Yeah,
change it for this one. Snyder kicks it across goal, finds McMahon. They're looking to switch the play. He ends up with Little. He's got space to run. He does. He takes 2 bounces, delivers down on the wing. And it's a great kick and ends up there in the hands of Hurrigan. Hurrigan comes on board, finds D'Angelo. D'Angelo looks to bring the ball back in and he takes a bounce. Thought he had plenty of time to take a second. He goes long and ends up in the hands of Reynolds. And the Lions have taken fully control over this one.
Have you fallen asleep there?
But Reynolds' kick. He's tried to switch the play, and the intercept mark has been taken by Halliburton. And Halliburton will go back and take his shot at goal. Kick from just inside the 50. And this will look to be the steadier that Traralgon needs.
Howie's special comments, moans and groans.
I'm just thinking, they turn that over and go,
Halliburton from inside 50 steps in. He's pushed it across. It's not going to score. 1-2 up. Low press. It went over the back. And we'll have a boundary throw in.
Quick box around the ground score for Harvey Norman Furniture.
I didn't get one, Scud, because I was looking at Prowse coming off the ground with a fair bit of claret in the back of his head there too. That was the Chris type. So I'll keep an eye on that one for you. He's gone straight into the coach's box.
Ball comes in. Morrow worked Jacobson under the ball. He dropped the ball, though. Thrown out the back of the pack. Ends up with D'Angelo underneath it. Pepper's wrapped him up. And we'll have a ball up about 40 metres around, out from the Traralgon goal. Great contest here. The game is still on, Boxer. Well and truly, as we're just about to tick to 25 minutes here. Snyder attacked the pack, but it ends in the hands of Pepper. He dumps the ball out to a contest. 2-on-1. Membry and Barron, he does well.
The one nearly won.
The one ended up with the ball, and he's wrapped up by Membry, and we'll have a ball up.
Did someone tell Bestie how long to go? I'm not telling him.
No idea. Howe gets a tap down, ends up with McMahon. He's wrapped up, got his kick away. But Pepper intercepts, wasn't able to pick it up. He fell over, got a handball out looking for Wood. No one can pick the ball up. There's plenty of bodies going at it. Dunbar, he tries. He can't pick it up. He's wrapped up straight away, and we'll have another ball up. It's tight, it's tough, and it's how we like Gippsland League footy here on TRFM.
Yeah, the intensity certainly lifted, as you'd expect. After Moe have kicked 3 goals in a row, got out to a game-high 37 points. And they've got it back now to 17 points. This time McMahon from the stoppage. Handballs to Snyder, who goes to ground. Gets a handball back to Hector. Kick was smothered by Pepper. They're away. Seppi gets out of that. He doesn't have a right foot, so his left foot kick was a banana. At the top of the 50, it goes. Membry does well. Handballs back to McKenna, and he gets it back out the wide towards Hourigan. Nice little kick. They got numbers on the Maroons. Neocleus has it. Has a lazy little bounce and then handballs out to McMahon. His kick down the line. Does it find the target? It does. That's Halliburton. He took them one-hander, played on, got it inside forward 50, gets to the back. Kelty got a hand up, comes to ground. Eddie squeezed a handball to Reuters, who gets it to Lopez. No! And comments again from Hal goes, a minor score.
So close. So we've got Traralgon 9-9-63 to Moe 6-9-45.
Biffin will bring the ball back in. Goes out onto the far side there and ends up into the hands. Sorry, I couldn't see who that one was.
Van Dijk
it was in
over there.
Van Dijk, and it ends up now with Sim. He plays on quickly. They want to go forward. Borrow, he's got the ball on far wing. Looks inboard, looks outboard. Not much moving on. So he's going to go out wide again. And ends up there in the hands there of Long. Not much movement. There's plenty of people standing still. He's going to have to dump the ball long, and he does. Who's the target? McKenna. He got the hand over the back. Ends up with Hourigan. He went to his right, then he's gone to his left. Now back to his right. He dumps the ball down and is going to go back into the hands of Long. And he's going to look to reload. He does. He comes back in towards the middle. Finds the hands there of Van Dijk. At the mark. Unmarked there is Wood. Slow build up. He's now going to go. Delivers the ball inside 50. Coming out. 1-on-1 contest. Little got the hand in there. Roved off the park by Sim. And he's kicked a Zambrero goal of the day to bring the Lions back to within 2 goals.
Wow, 4 goals in a row, Boxer.
The old traditional torpedo kick there by Harry was a great goal. It's just that work rate from Moe now. It's really lifted. They're forcing that error from the Maroons that we haven't seen for a half of footy, and all of a sudden the wheels have turned just their way because they're prepared to actually work hard now and make them force the error. And in that transition then, win the ball inside 50, and it was a great goal then by Sim.
So on the McDonald's Gippsland scoreboard, we've got Traralgon 9-9-63, lead Moe 7-9-51, back to a 12-point margin.
Well, 28 minutes to go on third quarter. We know it's going to go 30 in the middle of the ground. D'Angelo wrapped up from Big Morrow. Second efforts was good. And the stoppage will happen 5 metres in from the attacking centre-half forward square for the Lions. Can't believe it's at 12 points. Boxer put a fork in the Lions. They've been good this quarter. Kick was smothered there. Lions will go again. Danaher tries to crash through. Wrapped up in the Neocleus tackle.
There was a bit of method to my madness there, Scud.
Was it?
Just that motivational type of things to do.
I think you're just mad. Anyway, tap goes back.
That's a no-brainer. Langatha. They've hit the front now. 10-point leaders, 7-14-56. They lead Maul 7-4-46.
And they're in the fourth quarter, by the way. Western in the third. Belfer from the stoppage. Gets it to Prowse. Can't mark. Ball's in a dangerous spot inside forward 50 for the Lions. They shuffle it out the back. Head over the football. They call play on. Blazer put a tackle on. They dislodge. Good work by Snyder. Got it to D'Angelo. Just his boot away as he got tackled. Going towards the boundary line. He'll find the touch. And the umpire will say throw it in 70 metres out now from Moe's goal as we're ticked over. 29 and a half minutes in this third quarter. The margin's 12 points. It's been a good little fight back, but there's still a bit to go.
And we're going through the third quarter quarterly ladders. Moe are on top in the third quarter. It just goes to prove the consistency as shown right through here.
So Morrow grabbed it out of that ruck, barrels it inside forward 50, and a big leap by McKenna with a double fister. Finds the boundary line.
They're the sort of stats you've got to come with, Howie.
What's going to happen What's going to happen in the last quarter then, Box?
It's going to be... she's going to be interesting because they're both second and third in the last quarter for the year so far.
Prowse and Jacobson will do the ruck work. We've ticked over 30 minutes here to the third quarter. Jacobson takes the front. Prowse got the tap from the back. Sim couldn't break free. We'll have another ball up here.
A bit of interesting stuff there with the balloons now. They've done something with the 1. They've put it into the 0. Oh, God.
Jacobson picked up there from Coxedge. He comes bursting through. Unable to get his kick away. Probably ends up in the hands of D'Angelo. He delivers the ball out. It's a 2-on-1 contest. Leprez makes the contest. Gets the ball over the boundary line. And there is the three-quarter time siren.
What a quarter. After Traralgon got the first 2 and they got it out to a game-high 37, make it 38 points. In that third quarter, and then bang, Moe came with 4 goals to round it out, and it gets back to a 12-point margin at three-quarter time. We have game on And we've got a quarter to go here in round 6 of the Alinta Energy Gippsland League. It is Gippsland Live on TRFM, right across Gippsland and the Valley, and it's all for Harvey Norman Electrical Gippsland.
15.81, they lead Bairnsdale 8.351.
Well, final quarter is about to get underway. It's all thanks to Harvey Norman Computers. A big tap down. Running onto this is Snyder. Tim's got an interesting stat as well for us. We'll get to that in a moment. Overrunning it is McMahon. Blazer gathers it, kicks towards Balfour, shoved out of the way, and the umpire said it's a free kick. In the back it goes. Tim, what's your stat?
They're going to have to go against the trend here. 12 goals, 8 to the scoreboard end, Howie.
Yep.
4 goals, 10 to the
scoring end.
To the other end.
So Seppi goes inside forward 50 towards Morrow. Couldn't quite mark it. Comes to ground level. Trogan got some numbers. Hourigan inside kicks. Beautiful. And finds Snyder, who's had a good afternoon for the Maroons as well. Inboard 45 kick. Collison was manning up the umpire. Was able to take the mark. Square it out wide to Connor Little, who dropped the mark that he should have taken. Morrow will close. Although he's up to the task, got the kick out, and he finds Tate Marsh. He's got one over the top in Big Harvey Howe. He can mark and turn and gallop. And then his right foot kick goes down the line, out the back, but it's marked on that occasion by Van Dyke. Quickly plays on inboard to Coxedge.
Coxedge takes a mark in his defensive 50. He wants to go quick, and they do. He finds Maslin. Maslin with the searing kick inboard. Didn't quite find Balfour. He's had to go a second time. Handball out from the Oakleys. He couldn't find McMahon. Seppi, he kicks the ball forward into their forward 50. There he is. Smart work there by Blazer. If it sits, it's good. It does. On his right boot, he kicks it round. McKenna took the front position. He's got to knock it out, otherwise he'll be pinged. He handballs it out. It goes to Blazer, though, who stacks it, and he kicks the goal.
Here they come. Here they come, Boxer. The Lions are coming.
Yeah, we've taken that fork out, and they're definitely well and truly back in this game as well. That was a great play by Blazer. He just wound back the clock a little bit. McKenna found himself in the panic mode there, and Morrow put some great pressure on him inside 50. Some good signs here. They've kicked the goal against the trend, so one of your stats there as well. If they can get another one here, well, hello.
So it's back to a 6-point margin. So Traralgon 9.963 to Moe 8.957 at the 2-minute mark.
Here comes Timmy's draw.
Oh, didn't he call it?
Here comes
Tell
Timmy's
you
draw.
what, we did call it. Back to the middle they go. Prowse got the tap out. Comes the other way is good work, Collison. Just smart not to take possession of the footy. In the middle of the ground, drives it inside forward 50. Eddie's the target and Reynolds. Eddie! Strong hands. With a spoil from Reynolds to go.
And you know what? You sit there and you stand and you go, what has Charlie Reynolds done wrong? He did nothing wrong. Gave him no space between him and the player. He put the spoil on, but he was just good enough to hold that strong mark by Eddie.
So from the 7-minute mark of the third quarter, Traralgon haven't looked likely. We're in 2 minutes into the final quarter for Harvey Norman Computers. Brett Eddy will have to kick it 49.3 metres.
Ooh.
He's missed it. He hasn't made the distance. It's the other side of the ground. And a big spoil there from Prowse. Sees it go through for... It's a free kick in the end for a push, Tim. You can use your words as well. You've got a microphone. Free kick goes to Declan Kelty. He squares it out wide.
Wow.
Now he's on.
To Van Dyke. And I was about to throw to you, and he's taken the headset off. He's cracked it, and it goes back to Eddie. And he takes the mark. Over to you, Tim Sexton on TRFM.
Just don't like to talk over the top of your scud. But anyway, yes, he does intercept it and take a strong mark. And he needs to kick through this one, does Eddie?
Yep.
He just tried to chip it up last time.
Because we are at the scoring end.
We are at the scoring end, and I don't like to talk over the number one caller in Gippsland footy, so that's why I was just trying to give you some hand movements.
We're all part of a team here.
Please, call the goal.
Brett Eddy directly in front. This time will be from 51.3 metres. On its way. That one looks
That'll
better.
do.
That's how you kick it through. The Traralgon supporter in the box says that will do.
He's not going to miss 2 in a row.
Eddie's got 5.
He's not going to miss 2 in a row, Scud. No way, Jose. It's a great finish then as well. And just some really hard work then from the Maroons just to make sure they had it in the area they wanted it. And this time they were rewarded with a goal.
So at the 4-minute mark, we've got Traralgon 10.969, lead Moe 8.957, so a 12-point lead to Traralgon.
Ball back to the middle. As Howe goes up, taps it down. Out wide there was Collison. Grabbed it and then got tackled quickly. Handball over the back was from Seppi, who picked it off. Tried to shuffle a handball out to Danaher. Strength through the hips. Got a kick away to half forward. Goes towards Pepper. Good at ground level. To Blazer. Got his boot away just in the nick of time. Hourigan And when the tough gets going, I'll tell you what, Ty Hourigan's always on the end of it. Stands tall, delivers out towards Tripodi, and just takes the mark inside the field of play in front of the can bar here at Ted Summerton. Drives a right foot into it. Prowse has the target, took his eyes off the footy, and the free kick will go to Howe.
We've got the Howe.
Yeah.
We've got the Howe.
Get his hands off him.
That wasn't. HH is the grunt. That was the grunt from the father.
Yeah, I felt that.
Howe delivers the ball, goes long, just not going to quite make it inside 50. The Bigs go at it. Collison stayed down. Handball out to Kimberley. He finds Tripodi. Looks on his left foot. He's got Neoclis out the back. If it sits, it'll be good.
It's a goal.
Won't. Oh, rushed through there by Tom Long. Pushes the margin out to just over that 2-goal margin.
So 13-point lead now to Traralgon.
Harvey Norman Computers scoreboard. The best range in brands of Apple, Samsung, Nokia, Oppo and more at Harvey Norman Computers. A kick in comes to the near side. Big pack will form. No one can gather it cleanly. And we'll have a boundary throw in right in front of us. Blazed in sunshine all afternoon, but the way these quarters are going, it might be dark by the time we finish, Box.
Started its full time now in the Sydney Swans game. It was a Dockers 16-7, 103 to 13-8, 86.
Prowse and Howe. Prowse took front position. Collison roved it though. Howe went for a second time. Looked for Ambler. Unable to pick it up there was Halliburton. He was taken off the ball. Coming through there in the end was Coxedge. He's got the ball down long. One-on-one contest. Morrow, he came hard at McKenna. Had to be quick with his hands. He was... McMahon,
crash.
he got taken straight away. Handball over the top. Here's Blazer. He's going to kick his second for the corner, and he does.
They're back again.
It's just that grunt work. The grunt work then by Ben Morrow, Barand, and Blaze, just to knock him off the ball then too. Morrow just about killed that bloke. I don't even know who the Traralgon player was, but did enough for Blazer to get that ball through. Get his second for the afternoon.
So it's back to 7-point lead to Traralgon. Traralgon 10-10-70 to Moe 9-9-63.
Well, certainly a game on. Of course it is the match of the round on Gippsland Live this afternoon for Harvey Norman Electrical. And I tell you what, we've certainly picked an absolute cracker, as you'd expect. Second versus third in round 6. Howe got high, tapped it down. Snyder overran it. Danaher's been good. Little kick. Goes towards at the toes of Makepeace. Hector was there. Kicks towards the boundary line. He had one option. Is it going to stay in and save him? Or is it going to trickle out? This will be interesting. Yes, it is deliberate.
Not surprising.
So, Prowse will take the free kick. And this is Chris Variety, strapped up. He's got claret coming out of the top of his head. He's got a shoulder strap and a calf strap. If he was a horse, I won't say it. As Prowse kicks down towards the wing. Hourigan will fly at the back. Good spot there was Little. Kicks it dangerously inboard though, and Sim will take the mark on his chest. He can have a look inboard. There's no real option. Morrow presents. Sim just runs himself in a little bit of trouble. Pratt will give a handball to Seppi. Seppi gets onto the left foot. That little side step's a good one. And he delivers towards the point of the square, and Tom McMahon takes the mark. In the end, it was uncontested in front of Blazer. He had to fight two of them, did Blazer. And McMahon takes the mark. It's 8 minutes in. The margin's at 7 points now. Traralgon holding on.
Slow play again coming out of their back line. McMahon will go the dump kick. Hale's the target. He's in front. And they've paid the mark. I'm not sure how the man behind, but Seppi got the ball inside. Wood, he wasn't able to take the mark. Gone back for a second, third effort. He's gone fourth effort. Umpires keep call play on. Not sure how he got rid of the ball. And now we'll have a ball up. What's that? You doing hand signals? No, not when it goes on the ground, Scud. We'll have a ball up 25 metres out from the Moe goal. Jacobson looks to get front position. Got the tap down. We'll have another ball up here. Oh, no, got the quick kick away. Ends up right in the hands of Jacobson. Sim, handball. Blazer tried for his third. It got smothered. Reuters.
Free kick. Play on.
I thought we heard a whistle. There's a whistle coming from somewhere. And now the umpire will come back in and we'll ball it up. There's plenty of action going off the ball too between Danaher and Halliburton.
It will get physical in this last sort of 10, 15 minutes of play.
You just hope that the umpires continue to umpire Scud the way they have all day.
Exactly right. Jacobson tried to get it out of the area. Quick kick around the body there on that occasion was from Kimberley, but it's going to come back as Declan Kelty has it. Drives it back inside centre half in the forward area. Over the back was Jacobson with a spoil. Morrow's second effort. He handballed, but it went to Marsh quickly off to Halliburton. They got one to the wing. Kelty comes the other direction. A good spoil. Traralgon player down on centre wing. Halliburton followed up. Won it. Gave it to D'Angelo. Right foot kick towards the wing. Maslin with a spoil in front of Lopez, and we'll get a boundary throw in, Boxer. Interesting time of the game for the Morwell Bowling Club.
The coach has put his hand up and said, righto, let's take this game by the scruff of the throat.
So Harvey Neocleous has not got up yet and really grabbing at the ribs there, isn't he?
It was a good contest. It was all fair. Kelty came the other direction. Made the spoil. And we've got a stoppage in play. So the umpire's just going to slow things up now, Tim.
Yeah, just because that ball comes out of that ruck contest, out of the boundary contest for Moe, and they go forward, he's going to be right in the passage of play. So
are we going to go now, or are we just going to wait for him?
No. There he is.
Beautiful.
We've moved
Good
him
stuff, Tim.
moved him out of the passage of play. Now they'll go, Scud.
Love the care that the umpires have for these players. Tap down from Jacobson. At ground level, Snyder's been super this afternoon. Handballs over the shoulder. Ambler tried to run onto it. Coming the other direction, though. Nicely done was Danaher. Squeezed it to Biffin. Handball out wide to Morrow. Nicely done. Tapped it out to a teammate in Van Dyke, who squeezed it inboard. Couldn't quite complete the mark, was Balfour. And the ball will have another stoppage on the far wing. We've gone now 10 minutes into the final quarter. 7 points is the margin. Far side of the ground. Boxer will give us some scores as they happen. Final scores will just about be happening around Gippsland for Harvey Norman Furniture.
Turn the lights on here in a minute.
It's not that bad.
It's a beautiful sun still on the bit of both. Sun and some shade here at Ted Summerton as Jacobson goes to work. Morrow got the tap down. Danaher right on his right was smothered. Goes back and we get the kick forward there for Moe. We've got Makepeace takes it in the one hand, does well. McMahon's got at it. Great contest between those two players. Makepeace got it onto his left foot, ends up with Marsh. He's tried the handball. Nothing was able to come from it. Wood, he comes crashing through. Membry wraps him up inside 50, and we'll have a ball up just inside the Lions forward 50.
Great commitment.
He's a bull, that Makepeace. He's a bull, same as Jacob Wood. These players, they just put their hand up and said, no, we're going to push these guys forward.
Jacobson got the tap down. Seppi picked it up straight away. He's wrapped up by Collison. And we'll have another ball up. Right on the 50-metre mark here for the Moe Lions. They trail by 7 points. Just about to tick over 12 minutes here into the last quarter.
I can tell you 22 minutes gone in the last quarter at Leongatha Morwell. And Leongatha in control 65-47. Just starting to flex their muscles. Their unbeaten run continues, Box.
Yeah, match of the day in the North Gippy as well. Yallourn North, it's only a 1 point game. Churchill 84, Yallourn North 83.
So ball back here, Blazer from the stoppage, quick kick, goes to the fat side of the ground. Barand will come out and meet it. He's got a little bit of help from Mulqueen, but nicely done. Super pick up from McKenna, and he can find Marsh out in the wing. He's got space in front of him as well. He has one bounce. Jacob Wood will close, 2 bounces, kicks inboard neatly to Ambler, marks, turns around, gets to half forward, delivery inside forward 50, dropping the mark was long. Eddie roved it. Eddie snaps around the body, lands on the chest of Howe, couldn't complete the mark. Head over the football, there's a free kick every day of the week. And it's going to go in the hands of Snyder. And Tom Snyder's been awesome this afternoon for the Maroons, for the Traralgon Mazda team. The new BT50's out now. And Tom Snyder could just about...
Oh, don't go early, Scud.
Put it through is what I was going to say, Andrew. And just about get his first goal of the day. He loves it off the boot. And Tom Snyder gets his first of the afternoon. And box up. 13 minutes gone. It's a good one for the Maroons to get.
Yeah, it was a real good one to get to, but just a couple of little fundamental errors down forward from Moe. Just found him on that turnover. And great work there by the Maroons, though, too. They've got a never-die attitude at the moment, too. So both teams are hungry for the win. We're still aiming for that draw, aren't we, though, Timmy?
So on the Harvey Norman computer scoreboard, we've got Traralgon 11 goals, 10-76 to Moe 9-9-63. So that's a 13-point margin at the nearly 14-minute mark of this last quarter.
Ball back into the middle. Got Howe and Prowse will go at it. He gets the tap down. It's not going to come out of there. We'll have another ball up straight in the middle there. Grady Coxedge is the last one to get up off the ground. Ruckman go at it, lock arms. Prowse got the tap down clearly. He ends up with D'Angelo. He goes backwards to Dunbar. He nearly got smacked by Pepper. Handball inside 50, went backwards. Wood got the handball out. Collison there. He's wrapped up straight away. And we'll have a ball up. We can't. The pressure and the physicality that's been here today is what we expected coming from the second and third team.
Yep.
It's been fantastic Gippsland League footy.
Oh, it certainly has. It's been a great game of footy, as we thought halfway through that second quarter, where Traralgon put on 5 goals unanswered, and then they got the first 2 of the last quarter. We thought they were home. Moe's have made a good little fight back. Have they got something else left in the tank? They trail by 13 points at the moment. The ball's on the outer wing. Handball from Dunbar out towards the run. Twisting and turning was Kimberley. Right foot delivery towards Jacobson. A little toe poke. Does it come off? It does. Although slipping to ground was D'Angelo, so he coughed it up. Grady Cox edge handballs to Wood was a little bit too hot. Wood handballs over his shoulder. Lands in the hands of Prowse. Goes back to Maslin. And Maslin can find a target on the far outer wing. It's Belfer who kicks to a teammate in Tommy Long. He's got a handball over the top. Here's Sim. Harry Sim gets it. Goes inboard, inside forward 50, turnover. And Membry takes the uncontested mark for the Maroons to stop that forward thrust from the Lions. He squares it out to Collison.
And Collison just takes the sting out of the game for a little bit, and then he goes long out to the far wing. 2-on-1, Leprez from the back. Got the tap down to Harvey Howe. Kick forward there by Ambler onto the run of D'Angelo. If it sits, it'll work. It does. He gives the ball over to Jacobson. Jacobson, handball inside to Leprez. He's wrapped up in a tackle. Back to Jacobson. The big man went left, then he went right. He kicks the ball. Not going to score, but Eddie gets rid of Renetz. Strong work there by Eddie. Got rid of Renetz, took the mark, walks into the goal square and kicks the goal for the Maroons.
There you go. With class forward steps up. Again, I have to say it again, Renetz was doing absolutely nothing wrong. He just had the great presence of mind to take a great grab one-on-one. And there it is. I think now I can call it. I'll put that fork back in it. I think Moe are done now for the afternoon.
So on the Harvey Norman computer scoreboard, Traralgon 12 goals, 10-82 to Moe 9-9-63, and Eddie's kicked a couple in this last quarter.
He's got 6 for the day, 16 minutes gone. We've still probably got 16 minutes to go, Boxer.
Boxer's just ringing work to say he's going to be late.
I've got to be late.
He'll be right for the shift on Tuesday.
Holy moly.
So we go again. No one really wins the tap out. Prowse's second effort tap to Wood was okay. Comes back onto his right foot.
Oh.
Tried to sell a bit of candy. Not 15 was that kick. Blazer kicks it to inside centre half forward. Back with a flight goes Coxedge. Good little spoil. Howe will lumber after this one. Belfer works him out of it. Gives a handball off. Inboard. Here's the response. Barand. Oh, he just gave a handball to no one in particular. They fall to ground to the Maroons' defence. Good tackle by Makepeace. Lands in the hands of Sim. And he puts it through for a goal. I think you'll hear he didn't celebrate. He looked like he caught one in the head. But he got another one. Sim's got 3 now. And there's still a chance.
We've got down at the moment.
We've got players, as you expected. It is a tough contest. We've got players falling down everywhere here at the moment. We have got a Moe player that is down.
Looks like Barand.
It is Barand. And he's...
knee.
Looks like he's clutching at his left knee. He's been slowly helped up there by the trainers.
Big goal, though, from the Lions. They get back to 13 points, Howie.
So, yep, Traralgon's 12 goals, 10-82 to Moe 10-9-69, and we're just about to tick over to the 18-minute mark of this last quarter.
Tell you what, if you need to upgrade, if you've been streaming us this afternoon on the TRFM app, you need to upgrade to the new mobile phone. It's got battery galore.
It was very technical, Scott.
No,
Very technical.
There's no doubt your battery's run out after today, but get into your local Harvey Norman store as well. That's where you get your mobile phone from. Don't worry about that.
That's the technical term. Ball back into the middle. Howe got up tall. Straight down to Collison, to D'Angelo, to Neocleus. They get the ball out of the middle. It's a mongrel punt in there. But now leading
Eddie.
from the front is Eddie. He just puts the hands down and said, I'm staying here, boys. I'm going back to try and have a kick at number 7.
Another Moe player down, slowly getting up.
That's the Declan Kelty.
Yeah, Rennett's took him out.
Kicks this goal, gets him to 22 for the year, Scud.
Oh, he's on fire, that's for sure.
Just shy of the 19-minute mark here in this last quarter. It's a big kick. Big Prowse is on the goal line there for the Lions, just in case this falls short. He's going to kick from just on 50. Eddie kicks through it. Goal umpire moves a little bit, and it's pushed to the far side for a minor score.
Traralgon 12-11-83. Moe 10-9-69. As now Van Dyke has it. Rolls into the field of play. Kicks to the near side. The target will be Pepper. Snyder's in the front spot. Pepper just ran into him. And the free kick will go to Snyder. And he has it half forward flank now. If the Maroons get one more now, that could just about be at a 20-minute mark. Chip over the top was good from Snyder. Found Dylan Lopez. Moe got plenty of numbers back inside their defensive 50 here. Lopez gets called to play on, so he puts it in the Eddie direction. He's got a couple to beat. He had 3 to beat, in fact, and nearly got a hand on it. Big spoil goes over in front of the scoreboard for a boundary throw-in. Just ticking over 20 minutes now. Boxer, what have you found for us?
I found that Melbourne are up by 5 points against the Hawks. Hawks are yet to score 5 points to the D's.
You got a Geelong score for us from last night?
It's not in here. I don't know why they haven't put it in here.
I can give you my phone if you like.
No, thank you.
Prowse tapped the ball down, but it's ended up as a free kick to Danaher. He looks to play on quickly. He's gone out to his left. Handball out towards Long. And we go out there onto the far side. Moe got to take control, but they need to get the ball moving. Handball over the top. Danaher comes back inboard. It's a shallow kick. Doesn't find its targets. Ends up at the feet. Wrapped up straight away. And we'll have a ball up. Half forward line for Traralgon. 20 and a half minutes gone here in the last quarter. 14 points the margin. Still anyone's game. Howe over the back. Wasn't able to get a clear tap. Tim got the kick out towards Prowse. He wasn't able to take the mark. Ball looked like it went over. No, it didn't. McKenna, he's delivered the ball up. D'Angelo, he goes up, not able to take the mark. And Long takes a relieving kick. He comes wide. He's got to sit. And it does. Put some wheels on to Seppi. He's wrapped up in a tackle by Tripodi, and it is a big tackle. That stopped the momentum there for the Lions. And the Maroons have got it here on true centre wing, grandstand side.
Tripodi goes in the direction of Lopez. In the front spot, though, Reuters just spoiled him. I've got a quick update for you. Of course, our round 6 game of the day, Moe and Traralgon. Moe win that 57-45 in A-grade netball. And the Traralgon Mazda player of the day is Moe's Georgia Moody. So well done, Georgia, taking home the $50 Harvey Norman voucher this afternoon as Boxer throws his pen down. And Sophie Lucchino didn't win the voucher again this week. So the kick goes to half forward for the Lions. Gets to the back. Prowse was there. Had it. Lost it. Play on, said the umpire. Handball over the top there from the Maroons. Running out of half back is McMahon. Handball to Collison. Kick down the line. He's got Snyder, and he just kept it into the field of play. Boundary umpire's in a perfect spot. Snyder takes the mark. Chips in towards Eddie, and Eddie can take the mark right on 49.5 metres out. As Eddie's got 6. This will be an awesome goal if he can put this through. There's no breeze to speak of now. And just probably sense the way that he kicks this. It will be to the right goal post. Just work it back for a little bit from right to left. But it's going to have to travel all of 55 metres. And if one man can do it, Brett Eddie can. That will just about seal the game at a 14-point margin. He gets to about 49. Right goal post. Come back. Not quite. Spoil on the last line. Gets to the back. Hits the upright of the minor post. And we'll have a boundary throw in. 22 and a half minutes gone. It is a 14-point margin in favour of the Maroons, Timmy.
It is, and we've in the forward pocket here for the Maroons. Jacobson and Morrow. Short throw in. Morrow got the tap down. Ends up with Blazer. His kick out finds Seppi. He's going to go quick. Looks to go quick. Could have been 50 there. He doesn't. He puts some wheels on his left. He comes out wide looking for Makepeace. It's too wide for him. And the ball will go over the boundary line in front of the Traralgon coach's box. And we'll have a boundary throw in.
He looks pretty spent there, Eddie. I suppose I don't blame him. We've been playing for 4 hours. And, a lot of these players are really feeling the pinch at the...
Lucky we've got you on a fixed rate, Boxer, I tell you. Morrow front position, gets a tap down. Pepper, he comes in, gives the handball out to Danaher. Quick one back to Pepper. He's dump kick down the line. And Little didn't take the mark. Could have been a free kick. Play on, said the umpire. Little gets a hand out. There he is, Wood again to Sim. Sim, handball over the top. Looking for Blazer. Wasn't able to pick it up. D'Angelo does. And he gets a handball out there to that man, Hourigan, who's on the last line of defence. He kicks it out wide and makes it and finds Marsh. But done well there was Biffin, made a contest. Got the ball over the boundary line and keeps it inside the Lions forward 50. 24 minutes gone, last quarter. The Maroons still lead by 14 points.
Just repeating that, sorry, mate, these quarters have been going 30 minutes, so we could still have 6 to go.
I'm exhausted.
We're not joking, but we could still have 6 minutes, which means the 14-point margin's still gettable for the Lions. But you sense, Boxer, they need one now.
They do, mate. While it's there in their 50.
So back in. Front spot there was Morrow. Working hard at ground level as the Maroons trying to lock it up. We'll get another stoppage. That's what they want. Take a little bit of time off the clock.
Scud, that match of the day in the North Gippy, it's Churchill now. They've put their Jets on. 17-13, 115. They lead Yallourn North halfway through the last quarter, 12-12, 84.
So from the stoppage again, as they go to ground, there's a free kick going to be paid in the way of the Maroons. It's going in the way of Huey Dunbar. And this is where they might just start to slow things up. As they lead it at the moment by 14 points. Kicks out wide. Out there was Kelty. Put it to the ground. Kimberley does well with a handball back to Neocleus. Then further out wide towards Lopez. Kick towards. Nicely done is D'Angelo. And the two of the blue boots. Declan Kelty and D'Angelo. And the Traralgon player kicked it into the man on the mark as Kelty puts it over for a boundary throw in. 25 and a half minutes gone. The Lions got something left. A 14-point margin. Awaits in round 6. Have they done enough? The Maroons, Tim.
No, I still think, as we said, Scott, there's probably still 5 minutes to go from this based on everything that's happened. So we're still going as Moe get the ball forward. They need to get something from this foray. Sim does well, attacks it hard, delivers the ball inside 50. There's Pepper and Little going one-on-one and a free kick.
This is the
to
one.
Harry Pepper. He needs to go back and slot this through quickly. He knows it. He's gone back to his mark straight away. He's going to come in.
You've just got to kick it, though.
He does. Absolutely, he does. Goes back. Goal umpire moves a little bit to the right, but it's gone straight through the middle.
Here we go. Here we go, Boxer.
There's a bit of a sniff there, mate. One of those things where we're 8-point game now, 26-minute mark. Yeah, so you're probably right. There's probably still another 4 or 5 minutes in the game. So we're now Traralgon, I think, start to drop a couple of players back and start defending this lead.
So on the Harvey Norman Computers scoreboard, we've got Traralgon 12-11-83, leading Moe 11-9-75, and it's an 8-point ball game.
Boxer comes to us this afternoon for Carpet Country, helping dreams become a reality since 1981.
Definitely do.
And here we go. You don't make the dreams, mate. Carpet Country does.
Oh.
Here we go. Back to the middle. Can the Lions get another one to make it real interesting? Out the middle, Prowse does well. Wood handballs over to Seppi. The left foot inside forward 50 again. Out the back, big spoil. Gets to ground. Makepeace has got 3 to beat. He closes. He gets shoved out the way. Play on to the umpire. McMahon will handball over the top to D'Angelo. To Snyder. His kick was smothered. Reuters comes the other direction. Ball in dispute. Jacobson goes to ground. Caught one over the shoulder. Play on to the umpire. Little kicked around his body. And Tommy Long will take the mark at half back. He's got numbers. And that number is... It is Van Dyke. Couldn't take the mark. He's got 3 to beat, but he got the free kick. Play on. Gets to the top of the 50. The leading target is Pepper. He's on Connor Little. Pepper will get there. Connor Little does well. Taps it towards the boundary line. It stays in the field of play. Pepper handballs over the top. Coming the other direction is McKenna. Nicely done. Gave it to Hourigan. Kicked around the body, and the Maroons are away. It's Halliburton over the top now to Neocleus.
Neocleus, he's looking, couldn't find it, but ends up there with Ambler on the far side. Lopez is free, but he got smothered.
That was it, Boxer.
Yeah, that was their chance. I think now they've got it in the wrong part of the ground for them to even have more of a chance to get themselves back within it. But 8-point lead now looks pretty healthy now for Traralgon.
They've still opened up Traralgon pretty quickly, though, even in these last 2 quarters. Have the Lions when they've got it, especially Seppi on that left boot, so they don't want to let him free. McMahon's got him on this far wing. Jacobson goes at it. He gets the tap down. Neocleus, he was swung around as he kicked it. Nothing coming out of there. Ball speeds out. McMahon, he delivers the ball forward. Here we go. We've got 2-on-2 contest. Clever work. Worked Howe underneath the ball. Eddie, he goes and gets it.
Ooh.
Picks it up in the left. Got the handball off. Harvey Howe snaps around. And he's gnawed it narrow. And through for a minor score.
Thanks for spoiling the party there, H.
So we've got a 9-point lead to Traralgon at the moment. Moe just kicking it out of fullback.
Yeah,
straight down the middle.
Kelty straight down the middle of the ground. Big fist back towards the top of the 50 goes. Reuters gives a handball off to Dunbar for Traralgon. Back
Downfield,
inside 50.
downfield.
It's a downfield. Good call. Dunbar likes it a lot. The free kick's going to go to Howe. Yes, it is.
Look at him sneaking
I
around
was going to
there.
say,
Howe was 100 metres away from it.
He sprinted then, Boxer.
he has ripped the ball out of the full forward's hand.
Brett
to
Eddie's
try and
got,
take this.
excuse me.
A true forward.
Eddie's got 6. He says, don't worry about this, Brett.
I don't know if I'd want to do this.
I'm going to take the moment. Harvey Howe's got 1. This will seal the game. 29 minutes gone. They lead it by 9 points at the moment. And to seal the game for the Maroons and hand the Lions their first defeat of the season. Directly in front, Harvey Howe has put it through. And the Maroons are going to get a victory away from home. As the siren sounds, there it is. It is Traralgon victorious, 13-12-90. Have defeated Moe 11-9-75. Game done. What a game of football. A good fight back from the Lions, but the Maroons set it up in the second quarter. We've got all the post-game coming up after the break. It's Gippsland Live on TRFM. Thanks to Harvey Norman Electrical Gippsland.